Chevrolet, Alderfer Bergen and Company, Metzger Property Services, W.R. Hall Insurance Group, Reichert and Neff, Bobcat of Warsaw, Reinhold's Town Square Furniture, Rock Hill Pinnock, LLP, R&B Car Company, CarTech Automotive Solutions, Warsaw Community Schools, Grace Village Retirement Community, Havrilla and Nolan, attorneys at law, and Arby's on State Road 15, Warsaw.
And now, for the call of tonight's game, here's Roger Grossman and Rob Reniker.
Warsaw Tiger football is on the air tonight from Fisher Field, where it is steamy hot. It's the Warsaw Tigers and the Dublin Coffman Shamrocks. Good evening, everyone. I'm Roger Grossman. Rob Reniker's alongside. It is great to have you with us. Not only is it the first time these two teams have met, it's the first time Warsaw has ever played a team from the state of Ohio, and the first time since 1955 since they played a team from outside the state of Indiana. You got to go back to when Warsaw played against Mooseheart, which is in a suburb of Chicago, to find the last time the Tigers played a team from outside the Hoosier State. But sure enough, that's what we have tonight. The two coaches, Bart Curtis, the Hall of Famer in his 31st season as head coach, 225 and 111, the record in 3 years at Warsaw, 24-9. His 24 wins tied for 8th with Frank Cash in school history, and it's tied for the most ever in the first 3 years at the school. Dublin Coffman, coached by Garen Stokes, again 71-31 with 2 state championships and a runner-up at Minster High School in Ohio before he moved up from 7A to 1A. So he made a very big jump. The starting lineups, Warsaw will have Tucker Curtis at quarterback, Herman Flores Ortega at the fullback. The wings will be Julius Jones and Bryson Brown. Dane Kuntz and Jack Merle will be the wideouts. The offensive line left to right, although we saw in the scrimmage them switch positions more than we've seen so far with Bart Curtis as the coach. Kyle Dawson, Noah Chu, Trace Stuckey, Kyler Denny, and Braden Rios. For the Dublin Coffman defense, their front three, Braden Doherty, who goes 220, Will Smith, who's 6'3", 245 and a junior. His dad, Will Smith Sr., played at Ohio State and then the New Orleans Saints. And then Ali Al-Dulami, who is 6 foot 230 and a senior. The linebackers, Mitch Broski, along with Colin Smith and Ethan Burden and Jackson Giles. The defensive backs are Trey Hederly, Trevor Earl, and Alex Deal. For the Dublin Coffman offense, Mason Maggs is their quarterback. The running back is Michael Anderson. The H-back is Mitch Broski. The wide receivers are Trey Hederly and Alex Deal, and Braden Doherty is the tight end. You will notice several guys, at least in the starting lineup that we were given by Coach Stokes, going both ways, which is a school this size, is kind of surprising. But for a lot of years, Warsaw did that too. For the for the front line for Dublin Coffman, Kyle Buckley at left tackle, Dylan Halter at left guard, Blaine McDonald at center, Evan Holowati at right guard, and Chris Manu at right tackle. For the Warsaw defense, the front three, Luke Anderson, Kyle Schnackenberg, and Russ Winchester. The linebackers, Aiden Binker, Johnny Burrett, Zach Deeks, and Nick Catras. The secondary, Trey Kuntz, Theo Catras, Morgan Johnson, and Dimitri Chandler. Those are the lineups. We are 4.5 minutes away from kickoff. So we have the forecast to give you for tonight and the weekend, and then we get going with the 2021 football season. It's coming up next here on News Now Warsaw.
Leading estate sales companies in the area, Metzger Property Services has decades of communal experience between their qualified real estate agents. Metzger lists and sells all types of real estate at auction or private sale. Whether it's agricultural, residential, commercial, or developmental, there is an agent with the experience you need working for you. For sales or acquisitions, private or auction, give them a call and find out the many benefits of buying or selling real estate at auction. Metzger Property Services, expanding your horizon, generation after generation.
News Now Warsaw. From the O'DanielAuto.com weather desk, here's your News Now Warsaw weather forecast. For tonight, partly cloudy, a low of 66. There's a 20% chance of rain in the afternoon tomorrow with a high of 86. A 30% chance tomorrow night with a low of 68. On Sunday, sunny and 84, and Monday, sunny and 87. Again for tonight, partly cloudy, a low of 66.
Right now, it's 92 degrees.
Tiger Talk, driven by R&B Car Company. Saturday at 9 on News Now Warsaw, 99.7 FM, 1480 AM, online at newsnowwarsaw.com, and at the News Now Warsaw app.
All right, so here we are. We are 3 minutes from kickoff. The Shamrocks, who go by Rocks, are in the white uniforms, white helmets, white pants, white shirts. Some of them have black shoes, some have white. They have green numbers. They're trimmed in black. They are walking around the field back by the flagpoles, and they will take up residence on the east side. The Tigers will be working their way here through a tunnel of students and cheerleaders down here in the southwest corner of this facility, which looks fantastic. The field turf is quite steamy, Rob. That's the one disadvantage of having field turf is that black rubber soaks up all this heat, and it really doesn't let it go ever.
Well, it really doesn't. And, you know, on a night like this, Warsaw's offense or system is designed to wear down the opponent. You know, so you're right, though. It is very hot down there on the field. Warsaw ideally is going to grind it out, keep that defense from Dublin Coffman on the field, and see if we can't wear them down a little bit.
As we said, the crowd is huge here on opening night. We thought it would be. There are a lot of people here that have nothing to do with Warsaw. They're excited just by the fact that a team from Ohio wanted to come here and play the Warsaw Tigers.
Well, kind of like yourself, wherever I go, people keep asking me, how good's Warsaw football going to be this year, and what's with this team from Ohio that's coming in? I mean, there's so much interest in this, and so I think people are just kind of chomping at the bit to see how tonight goes.
Michael Curtis just walked by, and I'm pretty sure he just broke my wrist. He gave me a fist bump, and I'm pretty sure it just snapped my arm in two. He is jacked up. He really thinks that he doesn't know how that's going to turn out. He's like me. I don't ever want to predict what high school kids are going to do, but he feels like the team is going to compete tonight.
Yeah, and so, you know, they've put so much time and effort into this, studying the films, watching the opponents, putting together a great game plan. And you know what? We have a great coaching staff. We have a Hall of Fame head coach. We can put together plans against other opponents. Now just the guys got to go out on the field and execute.
The captains will meet here shortly. They've already had the coin toss. We're going to find out what it is, and then we will relay that to you. Again, it is a steamy hot day here in northern Indiana. Temperatures in the mid to upper 80s. On the field turf, add about 15 degrees to that. There is a shadow from the press box and the home stands that is beginning to creep across the field, but I would say less than 25% of the field at this moment is covered by shade. So it is hot out there, and it will continue to be hot through most of the evening, and by the time the sun goes down, it won't matter to these guys anymore because you could wring them out.
Oh, without a doubt. They're going to get indoctrinated to this heat really, really quick when they get out there. And but you know what? They don't care. They get to play football. They get to play football against somebody other than their teammates.
Captains are out. Keegan Collins representing the Shamrocks. Kyle Dawson and Aiden Binkert representing the Tigers. The referee going over a few things with them, most of which they already know or will forget by the time they run back to the sidelines. The Shamrocks and the Tigers won the toss and deferred, and the Shamrocks are going to get the football first. So that's how we will line up here. And DC, Dublin Coffman, will be working from our left to right, which is from north to south here at Fisher Field. Well, we survived last season. We got all the games in. We didn't know if we would. There are already some COVID problems around the state. We'll hold our breath, literally, and hope that it all will work out okay. We're glad that Dublin Coffman is here. We're glad that some of their fans have made it. We're told that there was going to be a fan bus. I don't know, maybe that all turned out not to be true, but that's what we were told from over that direction. But either way, we're ready for football. The Tigers are in their all-black uniforms, black pants, helmets, shirts, socks, and shoes with the orange numbers and no trim. And here we go. The 2021 football season is about to begin. And kicking off for the Tigers will be the freshman, Mason Smythe. He's got the ball right in the middle of the X at the 40-yard line. And the Rocks have two guys deep. Gerald Hurd on the far side of the field. And it looks like Trey Hedderly on the near side. Whistle sounds. And away we go with a 21 football season. It's a short kick. Oh, and it's going to bounce out of bounds. They tried a little pooch kick and had just a little too much on it. And it goes out of bounds right at the 35-yard line. And so Dublin Coffman's coaches now considering their options. They can have them re-kick it and back up 5 yards, or they can take the ball with pretty good field position. Used to be at the 35-yard line.
That's what I was going to say. Isn't that a 15-yard penalty and down at the 35?
Defense from Warsaw runs onto the field. They'll put the ball in the near hash mark at the 35-yard line. And the Dublin Coffman offense will go to work. They're going to send Deal out to the far side with Hedderly. One man in the backfield. And that is Gerald Hurd, not Michael Anderson. That's interesting. Now the quarterback is Mason Maggs, a senior, 6'3", 210 pounds. Shotgun snap, he'll take it. He will fake the handoff and turn upfield. He's got 5 yards. He's got 6 and 7. Broke a tackle, 50. Up the near sideline, 45-40, 35-30, 25-20, and he will go all the way for a 65-yard touchdown on the very first play of the season. The Tigers had him at the line of scrimmage. They could not bring him down, and he went racing off into the south end zone, and it's 6-0 Shamrocks.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened that time is he faked the ball to the fullback going off the left side, and he kept it and came off tackle to the right side, little run-pass option, and he broke one tackle near the line of scrimmage, and from there he just outran the Tiger defense into the end zone.
Now the point after try. Good snap, spot is down, kick is up, and the kick is good. 11:48 left to play in the opening quarter. Shamrocks on the board first. They lead 7-0. We're back in 60 seconds on News Now Warsaw.
Is your company large or small? Is it agriculturally based or a high-tech internet company? No matter what size or type of business you own, we can help you with your financing needs. From new equipment to remodeling and expansion, we're here to help. This is Robin Palmer of Crossroads Bank. Call or visit me in Syracuse or Warsaw. Crossroads Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Where your bank and your life meet, Crossroads Bank. Monty's best one tire and auto care.
Now through September 22nd, get up to $90 back by mail on a Bridgestone Visa prepaid card with the purchase of 4 eligible Bridgestone tires. Then receive an additional $40 when that purchase is made with your new or existing CFNA credit card. See Monty's Best One Tire and Auto Care for details.
Where the best cops less.
Give us 15 minutes. We'll give you the world. This is News Now Warsaw.
One play, 7 points for Dublin Coffman. They're up 7-0. Mercer, who made the extra point, now will kick off from the far hash mark at the 40. Julius Jones back deep with Bryson Brown. This will be Jones at the 5-yard line. 10, 15, 20, ducks through a hole and gets past the 20 to about the 23-yard line. First down and 10 Tigers, and they'll have the ball for the first time here this season. Again, it'll be Tucker Curtis, the quarterback. The roster lists him at 5'7", 150. Coach Curtis said on Tiger Talk he weighs 130 pounds if he ate a big breakfast. Officially, they marked the ball at the 22, so a return of 17 yards for Julius Jones. The offense huddles on the sidelines and now runs onto the field. The guys who are on special teams stay out there. They'll go from the far hash mark at the 22-yard line, working toward the north. They're currently standing in bright sunshine, all 22 players on the field. Curtis takes a long look around, especially to the wide side of the field. Ducks under center, and he'll hand it off to Herman Flores-Ortega, and he'll get 4 yards out to the 26-yard line. Stopped by Austin Jenkins in the play. 2nd down and 6 coming up for the Tigers. A 65-yard run by quarterback Mason Maggs on the very first play from scrimmage has the Rocks in front by 7. They are using the message board to signal in the plays. Everybody in the field has a wristband. Curtis under center again on 2nd and 6. And he'll run Flores or take up the middle again. And he'll get out to near the 30-yard line. They'll give it to the 30. That's a gain of 4 more yards. It's 3rd down and 2 coming up. A year ago, the Tigers converted 57% of their 3rd downs. That's pretty good.
That is really good. And this Tiger team, this is their offense, 3 or 4 yards at a time. If they can get it close for 4th down, they like to go out for it on 4th down as well.
Team gets the play from the sidelines with 20 on the play clock. Ball just inside the far hash mark on 3rd down and 2 from the 30. And it's Flores-Ortega again, and he's going to be very close to the 1st down. Where they mark it, I think he got it. It is 1st down Tigers. So they're 1 for 1 and converting on 3rd down here in 2021.
And this is Tiger football. 3 plays, you pick up 10 yards, 1st down, keep your defense off the field. This is what the Tigers like to do. And again, all 3 of those plays were fullback dive, and yet you were still able to pick up 3 and 4 yards at a pop.
We have now played 2 minutes of this opening quarter. Dublin Coffman has 7. The Tigers have the ball for the first time in their first down from there at 32. They pitch it back to Brown. He's going to turn left upfield the block. 35-40. He's out in the open. 45-50. 45-40. He's got defenders in his wake. They can't catch him. He's going to go all the way. Touchdown Tigers. Bryson Brown, 68 yards. And the Tigers are an extra point away from tying the game.
How about that for answering? Holy cow. We talked about the Tigers being a grinded out kind of team. Well, that time they ran a power sweep to the left. They brought Brown in motion from right to left. Pitched him the ball, and it was a student body sweep to the left side. He got the blocks he needed, kick out from the wide receiver, and he got to the sideline and outran everybody. Bryson Brown, 68 yards for a touchdown.
Now the point after. Josh Pelfrey will snap it back to Tucker Curtis for the freshman Mason Smythe to try to tie the game. Good snap. Spot is down. The freshman bunts it up there and bunts it right through. 9:50 left to play, opening quarter. Warsaw 7, Dublin Coffman 7. We're back in 30 seconds on News Now Warsaw.
Your hometown independent insurance agency, W.R. Hall Insurance Group, is dedicated to protecting you from the risks of everyday life. You've gotten to know us over the last 100 years. We're your neighbors, people you've come to know and trust, and we've served generations of families, businesses, and farms around our county. From all of us to all of you, thank you for trusting us with your insurance needs. Here's to another 100 years of serving with trust, quality, and service. We are W.R. Hall Insurance Group.
Now back to the Warsaw Tigers on News Now Warsaw, 99.7 FM and 1480 AM.
Well, one of the questions to be answered is who's going to step into that role that Julius Jones and Patrick Zollinger had as kind of the off wings. I guess we found out our answer.
Oh boy, Bryson Brown. Bryson Brown stepped into that role in a big way on that last play. Dublin Coffman, they were looking for the fullback again, pounding it up the middle, and they got the student body sweep, and Bryson Brown turned it into 7 points.
So now the Tigers will kick off again from their 40. Last time out, Smythe kicked it out of bounds. They have widened out their coverage here, so let's see if Smythe is given new marching orders. And the run up, and nope, it's going to be the same spot. Oh, this one's going to stay in bounds. It's going to skid at the 30, and the ball carrier goes down at the 31. Good coverage there by by Theo Catras. And on the return for Dublin Coffman, you had Carson Cox. So from the 31-yard line, the Shamrocks take over in a 7-7 game, just over 2 minutes gone here in the opening quarter. Next week, the Tigers will be on the road for the first time at Michigan City. Our airtime will start once again at 6:45 on News Now Warsaw. The Rocks offense lines up around their coach on the far sideline, and they run right to the line of scrimmage. Ball in the near hash mark at the 31. It's the worst field position they've had in the game so far by 4 yards in their second drive. Mags, who took it 65 yards in the first play. And a whistle sound and delay of game called against Dublin Coffman. So that'll back them up 5 yards. First penalty of the game on either team.
Coach had them huddled along the sideline, and they got out there too late, and they got a delay of game.
So they'll try again from the 26. Mags takes the snap, drops the throw, lobbing it up the near sidelines, and it's going to be caught. It's caught. He's out of bounds. Hederle made the catch, but he was out of bounds. He did not get feet in, so the ball goes back to the 26. It'll be second down. It's 15.
Yeah, they had man-to-man coverage on the right side that time, and they just tried to throw it up over the top of the defensive back, and Kuntz was there. He kind of overran the play, but the ball was thrown out of bounds.
Seems weird to say that a guy that's 5'11" is that much bigger than the Tiger defenders, but he's bigger than the guys we've got back there. Our linebacking core and secondary just aren't very big in stature, nor are they tall. Second and 15 from the 26. Mags takes the snap, and he's going to throw a quick one out the far side. Hederle got it, turns upfield, 30, 35, 40. He's got a first down out to the 41-yard line. So we got 15 yards, the 15 that they needed. Oh, I think they got enough for the first down. They worked him back. They backed him up on the north side of the 41-yard line. Referee is thinking about a measurement. He's thinking about it. He's not sure. First down. Give him 15 yards. I thought it was a first down all the way. I didn't think he got a very good spot. After further review and some congressional discussion, it's a first down for the Shamrocks. It's their first down of the game since they ran their first play into the end zone for a touchdown. 9.5 minutes left to play in a first quarter that has already seen both teams score touchdowns. So Hederle with his first catch inbounds in the game, and the secondary already being challenged here this evening. Mags takes the snap. He'll give it off, and it'll be a gain of about a yard of the play. Hurd on the carry for the Rocks. Well, I'm looking over there for Johnson on the sidelines, or for Anderson, I should say. And I am not seeing him. Oh, yes, I am seeing him. I finally found him. He is standing over there in street clothes.
I see that.
So Anderson is not in there. Hurd is. Second down and 9. Ball on the far hash mark at the 42-yard line of Dublin Coffman. Mags, again, will hand off. The Tigers get through there and stop it. Catchers came on a blitz. Nick with a tackle for loss back to the 40-yard line. A loss of 2 on the play, and it's third down and 11 coming up for the Shamrocks.
Yeah, they've tried to run the ball to Hurd. Hurd lines up next to the quarterback in a shotgun formation, and then they put the ball in his belly, and they either pull it out and throw it, or they leave it in there and run off tackle. Well, the last 2 plays, they've tried to run the ball, and the Tigers have been up to the challenge.
Again, new coach, new offensive system. 3 wideouts in the pattern, with a tight end on the right and an H-back on the left. Empty backfield on third down and 11. Mags at the 35 takes a snap, looking left all the way, throws to the middle, and it's dropped. He had a man open. He did not lead him. Deal was a step ahead of his defender. It's dropped. It's fourth down, and the Tigers have forced the Shamrocks into a punting situation.
Yeah, how about that? Deal was lined up in the slot on the left, and he just ran straight downfield, and he got a step on the defender. And Mags put the ball on the money. It was a little low. It was kind of on his hip. And Deal couldn't hang on, dropped the ball, and forcing a fourth down here.
It was catchable.
It was catchable. It should have been caught. He would admit it should have been caught.
But if he throws that a yard in front of him, it's 6 more points. Mercer also is the punter. Good snap, head high. Kick is away. It's a low wobbly kick to the near side. And it'll bounce at the Tiger 40 and take a huge Dublin Coffman roll inside the 25 and all the way down to the 21. But the defense holds, and the Tigers go back to work after a first down and a touchdown on what was a 4-play drive in their opening possession.
Yeah, this is a best-case scenario. After that first play, Dublin Coffman goes 65 yards for a touchdown, and everybody's kind of looking at each other like, oh boy. Well, the Tigers answer with a touchdown, and the defense just got a hold. So the Tigers are back in business.
The offense meeting actually on the sidelines. They are beyond the orange part that surrounds Fisher Field. And Tucker Curtis brings them to the line of scrimmage. Jones on the left, Brown on the right. Tight formation this time. Flores Ortega behind Tucker Curtis. And Curtis going to keep it this time. Breaks one tackle, gets across the 25. He's out to about the 27-yard line, near the 28. Give him 6 yards on that first down carry. And that's the progression of this offense. You stop the middle. Okay, now I'm going to keep it. I'm going to run around it. Now you stop that. I'm going to pitch it out wide. This offense looks very good here in the early going. Curtis from the middle of the field, now almost to the 28-yard line. Tucker takes a snap, hands off to Flores Ortega, and he won't get very far. They gave him to the 30, so they gave him 2 yards. It'll set up a third down and short, third down about 1.5 yards.
Yeah, people wonder why early in the game, why are you giving the ball to the fullback so much when there's not much there? Well, it's to establish that fullback dive because everything else plays off of that fullback dive.
Third down and 2. Rock showing blitz, and I think the Tigers jumped off sides. I think the right tackle moved early, which is not acceptable to Bart Curtis. However, over the 3 years that we've watched him, plus the long time that we've known about Bart and his team, offside penalties on the offense happen. False starts happen because they are so interested in getting off the ball quickly.
Yeah, that is a must in this offense. When you have that fullback dive, you have to get off the ball quickly.
Now, 3rd and 1.5 yards becomes 3rd and 6.5. They have to get the ball to the 31. Curtis, option play, keeps it, turns upfield and got hit as across the 25-yard line. Good tackle there made by Colin Smith, the linebacker, 6'1", 205, a senior. And it's 4th down and 4. And the punt team runs onto the field, and now we get our first look at James Obaz. James spells his last name O-B-A-C-Z, Obats. He also is a freshman, and he'll be kicking deep to Trey Hederly. And he'll hit this ball from about his 50-yard line, and the veteran Josh Pelfrey will snap it back to him. Good snap. Kick is away. It's a wobbly spiral down the middle of the field. Fair catch called for and made by Hederly at the 41-yard line. Pretty good coverage by the Tigers downfield. So both teams get stops, and with 5:28 left to play in the first quarter, we're still tied 7-7.
Yeah, we got a good one going here. Obviously, Dublin Coffman struck very, very quickly in this one, but the Tigers answered, and then the Tiger defense got that nice hold, and so now Dublin's defense has come through. So we got a good matchup going here tonight.
The Dublin Coffman offense on the sidelines. The referee blows in the play clock. They got a delay of game penalty right off the bat, and that kind of put them behind the chains, and they never were able really to recover from that. And now they'll go to work. Maggs from his 40-yard line takes the snap, rolling out. Looking left, fires it left. Lofts it deep down the field for Hederly, and he threw it behind him and out of bounds. He had Hederly out there, coverage in the play by Trey Coons, and it's 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, Hederly was on the slot on the left side, and he ran up the field and then ran what we call a flag pattern, slanted towards the sideline, and Maggs was rolling out to his left when he let that ball go, and that's a tough throw to make, throwing it deep when you're on the run going to your left, and he overthrew the receiver that time.
So the ball's still in the near hash mark at the 40. 2nd down and 10. Hurd, the starting running back tonight. Anderson's hurt. Play action fake, quick throw far side. Tigers have it read beautifully. Nowhere for the receiver to go. It'll be a loss of another yard. Alex Deal on the stop for the Tigers. And you had, looked like Nick Catras was in there along with Johnny Burritt to blow that play up. It's 3rd down and 11.
And that was a slip screen on the left side. They brought the receiver on the snap of the ball. The receiver came back towards the line of scrimmage, caught the pass, and the slot men were blocking for him, but the Tigers were there in a big way and brought him down for a loss of yardage.
3rd and 11 as we pass the 5-minute mark of this first quarter of play. Each team with 7 points. Maggs from the far hash mark. Hurd to his right. Takes the snap, going to roll to the wide side. Here comes Burritt, throws it deep down the field, got a man open. It's Headerly, and he makes a rolling catch at the Tiger 37-yard line. I thought Burritt was going to get to him, the quarterback. He could not. I think he got held at the very last second to make sure. But a tremendous throw and catch by Maggs and Headerly, and it's a first down for the Rocks at the Tiger 37.
Yeah, that was really nicely done. And again, that was an up-and-out pattern that time where you ran upfield, slanted towards the sideline, and Maggs put the ball right on the money. Headerly made a nice diving grab and came down with the ball.
He came down inbounds, so the clock continues to move. 4:10 left to play here in our opening quarter. 7-7 our score. Warsaw and Dublin Coffman. Maggs with Hurd to his left. Takes the snap, and it's a handoff. It's not a very good one. The two ran into each other, and flags fly from everywhere. Hurd is going to get inside the Tiger 25. However, multiple flags are down, and this one is coming back.
Yeah, I think there was confusion that time because at the snap of the ball, both slot backs ran towards each other, and they ran into the fullback, and it was chaos in the backfield.
Everybody said to me, okay, so how this week, and I'm sure they said the same to you, how can Warsaw win this game? And I said, well, the one big advantage Warsaw has in this game is the fact that Dublin Coffman had the same coach for 20 years in Mark Crabtree, and he won a lot of games there, and he's not there anymore. And they're learning a whole new system from a whole new guy.
Yeah, I said the same thing to people. I said they got a new coach. Maybe they're still going to be learning the system and not as quick with it as they will be by midseason.
3:50 left to go in the quarter. Warsaw and Dublin Coffman tied at 7. Ball now at the 45-yard line, so it's first down and about 18. Maggs from the shotgun will hand it off to Hurd up the middle. He'll get split around at the 45 and go down at the 43-yard line. So that's a gain of about 2 yards. And third down's coming up, or second down coming up here for Dublin Coffman.
Tigers have been very solid against the run here early on. Other than that scramble by Maggs on the first play of the game, they've shut the run down up to this point.
Most of the playing surface now covered in shade. The north 15 yards plus the end zone still in bright sunlight, as are all the Dublin Coffman fans. Ball at the 43. Maggs takes a long look right, holds out his hands, takes the snap. He'll hand off up the middle to Hurd, and he breaks through the hole. He's the 35-30, and he goes down near the 30-yard line. They're going to mark him down at the 29-yard line, short of the first down by about 2 yards. It'll set up third down and 2 after a gain of about 16.
Yeah, that was a nice run that time. They went off tackle on the right side. It was well blocked. They caved in that side of the Tiger defense, and Hurd did a nice job of keeping his balance once he got hit and picked up another 3 or 4 yards.
Third down and 2. Again, for this Warsaw defense, and it's true of every defense, but especially this one early in the season, every third down is critical. Somebody needs to make a play to get this team off the field. Maggs from the Tiger 29-yard line in a tie game. Takes the snap. He will hand off up the middle. Hurd's got another huge hole. Breaks the tackle. 25 coming to the near sideline 20. And he will go out of bounds at the 17-yard line. Stopped on the play by Theo Catras. But it's a first down for Dublin Coffman. And with 1:59 left to play in the quarter, they've got the ball at the Tiger 17.
And the right side of Dublin's offensive line is really getting it done right now. They've opened up a couple of big holes here on the last couple of plays.
Yes, your 3 guys up front are really big in Schnackenberg and Anderson and Winchester. However, the problem is you've got your linebackers are having trouble filling that hole. They are getting blocked. They're really good in space, but if they get blocked, there's trouble. Maggs from the 17. looking left, lobbing it up to the corner of the end zone, too hard for Headley and incomplete. Two guys on the coverage there. Morgan Johnson was one of them, Trey Kuntz the other. Second down and 10 with 1:54 left to play in a quarter that has seen both teams score on their first drives, neither on the second drive.
Yeah, and on that play, Headley lined up in the left slot, and on the snap of the ball, he just went in a dead sprint for the back left corner of the end zone. They tried to throw it up over everybody, but they overthrew the receiver.
From the near hash mark at the 17, Maggs with Hurd to his right. Takes the snap, he'll fake the handoff, he'll turn upfield. He got hit, ran into his own man, and goes down in a heap. Good stop there for the Tigers. Jet Woodward is into the game for Warsaw at linebacker. Should also mention that Anderson is not in the game at the moment. They've got Carl into the game. Chase Carl is playing defensive end, so Anderson may have tried it on that ankle and just couldn't do it. Third down and 11 coming up for Dublin Coffman at the Tiger 18. Maggs back to throw. Pump fake, lobs it right side. Headley open, overthrew him out of bounds, incomplete. Again, Headley had beaten Morgan Johnson up the near sidelines, but it's fourth down, and the field goal unit comes on now for Dublin Coffman.
Yeah, Headley was wide open that time. He was lined up on the wide side on the right, all the way over by the sideline. He made a little move to the inside. The defensive back bit, and he took off for the end zone. He had 2 or 3 steps on the defensive back, but the ball was overthrown.
So now the kicker, Griffin Mercer's on to try a 35-yard field goal. This is from the near hash mark, so as a right footer, this is a little more difficult attempt. And it's Deal to hold it for him. Good snap, spot is down. The kick is on the way. It's got plenty of distance, and it is good. 59 seconds left to play here in our opening quarter. Dublin Coffman's back in front, 10-7. We're back in 60 seconds on News Now Warsaw.
Find your new ride at Lakeside. Lakeside Chevrolet, Warsaw's hometown dealer, now has a second location in Huntington. Lakeside Chevrolet is the only dealer in Warsaw and Huntington to offer warranty forever on every vehicle under 100,000 miles. And get to Lakeside now through the end of August for their giant truck sale. Prices have been lowered on over 100 new and used trucks, but will only be priced this aggressively through the end of the month. Check out the inventory online and get approved at lakesidechevy.com.
A good night of sleep does wonders for your body, and to get it, a great mattress is a must. During the Tempur-Sealy Labor Day sales event at Reinhold's Furniture in Warsaw, save up to $600 on your favorite luxury mattresses from Tempur-Pedic, Stearns & Foster, and Sealy, and save on popular adjustable bases as well. Check out ReinholdsFurniture.com and hurry in to 118 West Main Street in Warsaw today for limited time savings on the mattress of your dreams.
News Now Warsaw, WRSW 1480 AM and W259 99.7 FM, Warsaw, Indiana.
A minute left in the opening quarter. Dublin Coffman 7, Warsaw 7. Tigers have 2 men deep. Julius Jones on the far side, Bryson Brown on the near. And they'll run up in the boot. It's a line drive kick, and Jones will grab it backing up at the 4. Middle of the field, 10, 15, 20. Full head of speed and cut down as he got to the 25-yard line. So that's where the Tigers take over with 55 seconds left to play in a pretty entertaining opening quarter. The Tigers have been able to hang in there, and we have to be honest, in part, maybe large part, because Dublin Coffman has had some opportunities and they just missed them.
Yeah, without a doubt. You know, whether you call it the first game, the timing off, whatever you want to call it, they've had some guys open, and Maggs, their quarterback, who's clearly a very good quarterback, has missed those receivers. So they've had some opportunities but haven't been able to capitalize.
See if the Tigers can down and take the lead for the first time this season. Tucker Curtis has Jones on the near side this time. Brown on the far side with Flores Ortega behind him. And they'll give it up the middle to the fullback. And Flores Ortega will get about 4 yards out to the 29-yard line. Tigers will have to snap it one more time here in the opening quarter. Great crowd here tonight. We knew it. People have been talking about this game since January. They were excited enough about football after winning the sectional 2 years ago and the conference last year. But to start with this kind of game, has brought people out in large quantities. Second down and 6. Option play left. Flores will take up the middle. Spins away from one tackle. Spins away from another. Got to the 35-yard line. He's going to be very close to the first down. He's got the first down. Gain of 6. Showing you some toughness right there on opening night.
Yeah, he got popped near the line of scrimmage, spun, picked up another 6 yards on the play. The only thing I'd like to see is him tuck that ball away a little better. I saw that thing come floating out like a loaf of bread. And he needs to tuck that under the arm.
And that's the end of the first quarter with the score. Dublin Coffman 10, Warsaw 7. We're back in 60 seconds with quarter number 2 on News Now Warsaw.
And once again, it's time for football games under the lights on Friday night. It's also time to think about taking care of your Bobcat equipment and Cub Cadet or X-Mark mower you've been working hard all summer long. You should give it a pat on the back by bringing it to us for that fall service so it can relax all winter long and be ready for spring. We would like to pass on a huge thank you to this amazing community that we live in. We are very proud to have you as neighbors and friends. This proud sponsor of Warsaw Tiger football just wants to say thanks. Booyah!
I am a Colts fan. I'm a Bears fan. And you out there are Warsaw Tiger fans.
Whoever you root for, in order to win the game, your team needs a head coach with an effective game plan. We at Alder Bergen can help you develop and implement a financial game plan for your family's future. So if you're a Colts fan, a Tiger fan, a Bears fan, or a fan of any other team,
except the Patriots, Alder Bergen can be the head coach of your financial planning team. Alder Bergen and Company, 122 West Market Street in Warsaw, and online at alderbergen.com.
This is Warsaw's news and information station, News Now Warsaw.
Roger and Rob with Steve back at the station. Great to have you with us for the opener of the 2021 football season. Warsaw trails Dublin Coffman 10-7 after 1. Both teams scoring on their opening drives. A 65-yard run by Mason Maggs. 12 seconds into the game, put the Shamrocks up by 7. But then Bryson Brown answered on a first down run that went 68 yards around the left end. And the extra points tied the game 7-7. First down and 10 Warsaw from their 35. Now working from north to south or from left to right as we look at it here at Fisher Field. And Curtis is going to keep it. He'll spin around. He gets dragged down by the jersey across the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5. And that's what you and I were talking about in the pregame show, Rob. They're going to give him 6 yards all the way to the 41. Dublin Coffman didn't know he had the ball until he came through the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, he is so little that he's hard to find, and that time he faked it to Herman Flores, the fullback, and he followed Flores. He just tucked in right underneath him and followed him right through the line.
Second down and 4. Ball in the near hash mark at the 41-yard line. Curtis sends Jones in motion. He's going to hand it off to Herman Flores Ortega, and he'll get a couple of yards out to the 43-yard line. It sets up third down and 2. On third down plays, all of the defensive players for Dublin Coffman raise up 3 fingers. That is their notification. Fellas, we need to stop here and get off the field. Curtis sends Brown in motion. Now he'll raise up and look over to the coaching staff. And we're going to have a timeout taken. Timeout, Dublin Coffman, 10:55 left to play. Here in the opening quarter, or in the opening half, Warsaw trails 10-7. We're back in 30 seconds on News Now Warsaw. Actually, we're going to keep it here. We'll keep it here. We'll talk some more.
We can do that.
Tiger Talk tomorrow, 9 a.m. on News Now Warsaw, 99.7 FM and 1480 a.m. Bart Curtis will have a couple of players with him when he arrives at 216 West Market Street tomorrow. And by the way, people have asked since Saturday, how can we listen to that because we didn't get to hear the show. If you go to newsnowwarsaw.com, scroll down toward the bottom of the page, and on the right side you're going to see a box that says sports, and you will see Tiger Talk with last Saturday's date. Click on that. It takes you to a page. You click on the link, and it will open up the audio for you.
So the Tigers here have a 3rd and 2. The Tigers are famous for going for it on 4th down if they get close. So, you know, we got a 3rd down play here, but if the Tigers pick up a yard and a half, don't be surprised if they go for it on 4th down.
You and I, we've been watching this for 33 and a half games now.
Yeah, we're very used to it. Everybody's shocked when it happens, but you and I are expecting it.
Like, oh, he's going for it. Nah, it's not a big deal. I mean, we expect that now. 3rd and 2. Wide side of the field is left. Jones is wing left, Brown wing right. Quarterback sneak. Curtis pushing forward. I think he's got the first down. He made it to the 45. That's where the sticks were. That big offensive line of Dawson, Chu, Stuckey, Denny, and Rios pushed him to a first down to the 45-yard line. And the coaches from Dublin Coffman come running onto the field because the ball didn't make it to the 45, but the sticks were at the 45.
That's a good point. Where they got the ball marked,
yeah.
It's kind of iffy.
And we saw a lot of that in the last 3 or 4 years too. 10:40 left to go, first half. Warsaw's down 10-7 for their 45. Up the middle, Flores Ortega, and he'll get a yard to the 46. Dublin Coffman now is committing people to the middle to stop the fullback up the middle. Now let's see if the Tigers start to work those edges. That's how they scored their touchdown, was on a pitch to Bryson Brown, who went for a touchdown. And is Flores Ortega, does he have a problem?
Yeah, he's got an equipment problem. Face mask, something just isn't right.
I think Bart Curtis might take a timeout here. The Tigers should have to sub somebody and go right away. They are not doing that.
So, yeah, they're holding the clock. Wonder why.
It's a great question. Here comes Reed Zollinger into the game for the Tigers. This will be his first action, and he'll run in with the play. His brother Patrick became quite the star in this offense a year ago. 10 minutes to go, first half. Tigers down by 3. They have the ball at their 46, second down and 9. Curtis, pit sweep Jones, turning upfield. He'll dance the outside, then try to cut back, and he'll go out of bounds right at the 50-yard line. Gain of 4, third down and 5 coming up for Warsaw as we pass 9:40 left to play here in the opening half of the opening night.
You know, we're a couple of minutes into the second quarter, and that's Jones's first carry.
Yep.
Isn't that interesting?
Yes. Sometimes, as Bart Curtis will tell you, he doesn't always know who's going to get the ball on every play. It depends on what the defense gives the Tiger offense. A lot of that orchestrated by the quarterback, and that's why the quarterback is so important. Third down and 5. Option play, Flores Ortega will dive forward, and there's a flag down before the snap. It's going to be a penalty against the Tigers. Third and 5 is about to become third down and 10. Now, I will tell you, and I don't have to tell you that this is not a pass-happy offense, but I have watched the Tigers through practice and the scrimmage struggle to throw the passes that are required to run this offense. So at this point in the season, a rollout pass play isn't likely, which doesn't mean they won't throw it here, but it isn't likely. Plus, there's not a Luke Adamick out there to throw it to. Third down and 10. Ball backed up to the Tiger 45. Shamrock showing blitz there coming. Oh, looky there. Curtis rolling out. Going to turn upfield. Has a big hole. 50, 45. Oh, he slips down. And then a flag comes in. Hold on. There's a flag down at the end of the play. Curtis made it to the 40-yard line, but...
Is there going to be a holding downfield by one of the wide receivers while he was running?
That's a good question.
Because the flag is way down. It's 5 yards beyond where the ball was marked, so it's in the secondary.
A discussion is taking place. Holding against the Tigers. So from the 40, they will back it up 5 yards. So is it fourth down then?
Yeah, they backed it up 10 yards. Holding penalty from the 40 to the 50.
No, it's third down.
Still third down. So he got 5 yards rushing and a 10-yard penalty.
Yes. Tigers get organized. Connor Sweetsy's in the game as a wideout on the near side. That's the wide side of the field. 8.5 minutes left to play first half. Tigers down by 3 with the ball right at midfield. And they're going to pitch it back to Jones. He's going to try to turn the corner. Got a block, got a big block. 45, 40, 35. Cuts back to the middle. 30, 25, back to the middle field. 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown! Julius Jones, 50 yards. And the Tigers, for the first time this season, have the big number on the board. It's 13-10.
Well, we talked about Julius Jones being lightning in the pregame. That time they pitched it to him on the sweep to the right side. He came in motion. They didn't fake it to the fullback. They just turned and pitched it to Jones, and he got a nice kick-out block by the wide receiver. And then as he went downfield, he just kept cutting it back across the grain, and he ended up scoring in the middle of the field. He went 50 yards for the touchdown.
But he ran about 75 to get there. Now Smythe for the point after. Pelfrey snaps it back. Curtis puts it down. Kick up. Kick good. 14-10 Tigers. 8:13 left to play first half. We're back in 30 seconds on News Now Warsaw.
Great-looking car. Yeah? Except for that ding in your door. Oh, got that in the parking lot. Well, your affordable solution is CarTech. CarTech. They use a paintless dent repair process that restores your car to make it beautiful and shiny again. Many dents are repaired the same day, whether at their shop or your driveway. For dents and dings and hail damage repair, it's CarTech, your last stop before the body shop. That's C-A-R-R, CarTechDents.com. Listen to the Tigers anywhere in the world at NewsNowWarsaw.com and the News Now Warsaw app.
Well, if you wondered if we were going to have any fun this season, I guess we've already answered that in the first 45 minutes that we've been going, huh?
Yeah, is right. You know, this Tiger team, obviously they came out ready tonight. They got a couple of touchdowns up on the board. They're leading here halfway through the second quarter. The boys came ready to play.
Smythe now to kick off. And again, Coffman with 7 guys between the 50 and their 35, looking for the short kick. And the run up, and it's a high pooch kick. It's going to land inbounds at the 32. It stays inbounds, and Dublin Coffman was able to knock it out of bounds at the 32-yard line. So the Shamrocks will take over from there with 8:13 left to play in the half. And Warsaw leading 14-10. Stay tuned. The Lakeside Chevrolet halftime show is coming your way, so stay tuned for that. That will include local news. And is there a problem? Bart Curtis had a question. Should be from the spot where it was touched, not the 35, even though that's only a couple yards difference. Oh, actually, look how far they moved it up. They moved it up 2 whole yards. It's at the 34. Well, let's see how the Rocks respond. Trailing for the first time here early in this campaign. Mason Maggs, their quarterback. It's Warsaw not quite ready at the line of scrimmage. Now they get to their spots. And it's a handoff to Hurt up the middle, and he will get a yard to the 35. Winchester on the stop for the Tigers. 2nd down and 9 coming up.
That's better, much better by the interior of that Tiger defense that time. You know, the way Dublin Coffman is spreading the field, we've got cornerbacks out on islands during this game. A lot of one-on-one matchups way over on the wide side of the field.
They've got Deal wide to the far side, right in front of their bench. They have Henderly inside of him in the slot. 2nd down and 9 coming up for the Shamrocks. Again, no Michael Anderson, their starting running back, out apparently with an injury. And they'll hand off to Hurt again. He got hit right at the line of scrimmage again, and he'll get 2 yards out to the 37. 3rd down and 7 coming up for the Tigers. And there was Luke Anderson in there. He was the first guy to make contact. 3rd down and 7 coming up. This could be a game changer here. If the Tigers could get a stop, get the ball back, they can run most of the time off before halftime and have the lead.
You know, that time they ran their run-pass option where you put the ball in the belly of the fullback or the halfback, and our defender who was in the backfield popped the quarterback and forced him to hand off. I like that.
Ball in the near hash mark. The white side of the field is the right side as Mason Maggs looked over the Tiger defense. Low snap. Maggs going to roll out, being chased. He's going to be hit, and he'll go down back at the 24-yard line. Zach Deeks on a blitz with the first Tiger sack of the year, and it is a big one all the way back to the 24-yard line. 4th down, and the Shamrocks will punt.
Well, there was talk, you know, when people were saying, how are the Tigers going to defend the pass with these new defensive backs? And the answer was with pressure.
Yeah.
And that time they came with the blitz, and they got to the quarterback.
Did they? And Deeks wrestled into the ground. He didn't have too much trouble. So now a punt coming from Mercer. And no real rush from the Tigers. It's an end-over-end short kick over towards the Dublin Coffman sideline. It stays in bounds, though, and takes a big Shamrock bounce inside the Tiger 40. It will be down to the 37. But the Tiger defense now has held as many times as they've allowed points, and they lead 14-7 with 5:52 left to play in our first half.
I have been very impressed with this Tiger defense. They gave up the one big play, the big quarterback run on the first play from scrimmage, and since then, they have really done a solid job.
So Warsaw with a chance, perhaps, to run out most of it, or not, if not all of the time here in the first half, the way this offense executes. Flores Ortega, whatever equipment issue he had is fixed. Brown, wing near side. Jones, wing left. Ball's on that left side. Wideouts on either side of the formation on 1st down and 10. Curtis on the counter. Jones up the middle, breaks one tackle, breaks another. 40, still going, spun around, still on his feet, out to the 43-yard line. He should have got tackled for a 3-yard gain. He ended up with about 6.5 out of it.
Yeah, and he was one block away from going the distance on that one. That was the counter play where they make it look like an option to the left. They give it to Jones coming back to the right off tackle. It was blocked very well. He pick and chose his hole very carefully, danced his way through the middle, and then bounced it to the outside.
I have a question for you in just a second. After this play, 2nd down and 4. Curtis will hand off the middle. Flores Ortega up the middle, breaks a tackle. He's the 40, 35, 30. They're never going to catch him. He's going to go all the way. Touchdown, Tigers. 57 yards. Herman Flores Ortega, and the Tigers lead 20-10.
Well, you ask about how's the offense going to be this year. You know, we got a bunch of young guys at the skilled positions. Let me tell you, this offense is a typical Warsaw Mark Curtis offense. They are hitting on all cylinders right now. Julius Jones with the counter on the previous play. That's our Lightning. And now it's the Thunder of Flores Ortega up the middle for 57 yards and a touchdown.
And now the rookie kicker Smythe to make it 21. Good snap. Spot is down. Kick is up, and the kick is good. 5:05 left to play first half. Warsaw 21, Dublin Coffman 10. We're back in 60 seconds on News Now Warsaw.
Jay Rigdon. If the last 18 months has taught us anything, it's been the importance of planning for your future and your family's future. At Rock Hill Pinnock, our attorneys are ready to help you with that job, using tools ranging from simple powers of attorney to complex trusts and everything in between. Don't leave the future of your loved ones to chance. To discuss your family's future and how to protect it, call 267-6116 for an appointment. Rock Hill Pinnock, lawyers you can count on.
All bad things in football.
Body dishes, rust stains, dry skin and hair.
All bad things when it comes to your water. Grab Water Systems All-Star Team can help eliminate your water penalties. Home of the non-electric Connecticut, which provides clean, clear water 24/7 without electricity. Call or visit rabwater.com to fix your water.
Get the latest local news weekdays on News Now Warsaw, 99.7 FM and 1480 AM.
Roger and Rob with you on a Friday night. It's been a while since we've done this. It's good. Feels right, doesn't it? It just feels right.
You know, you go so long without doing it, and then when you sit down, it just feels so good.
The freshman Smythe, who has been pooch kicking it, is going to pooch it a little farther this time. It'll be caught at the 26-yard line near sideline and run out of bounds by Trevor Earl. So we talked about the Tigers maybe milking the clock and running it down. Flores Ortega says, nah, I'll just go ahead and run it in from 57. And with 5:02 left to play in the first half, the Shamrocks will go to work down now by 11. Don't forget the Lakeside Chevrolet halftime show is coming up. We'll run down the scoring from our first half. We'll give you 2 minutes of local news. Rob will have the first half stats, and we'll try to garner some scores for you. You're laughing?
Oh, I just can't wait to share the stats at halftime.
Oh, my.
I just glanced at a few things, and I'm really looking forward to sharing some things with y'all.
It's good.
It is good.
Most important stat, Tigers are up 21-10. Mags, empty backfield. Quick throw far side, Hurd. He's out in space, 30, 35, and he may have a first down. He will have a first down, a gain of 10 on the play. They lined him out, not in the slot, but almost behind where the slot guy would normally stand, and they just flipped a little backwards pass out to him in space, and he is very quick, and he got a first down out to the 38. For the Shamrocks, that is how many first downs for them?
That is 4 first downs as
4
well.
first downs. Remember, they scored a touchdown in their very first play from scrimmage. Mags, Hurd lining up in the same spot. Now he's going to take off and run. He'll run into Tiger opposition at the 40 and get to the 41. It'll be a gain of 3. Anderson was the first guy that hit him. Dimitri Chandler, along with Aiden Binkert on the stop, 2nd down and 7. Clock at 4.5 minutes left to go here in the first half. The Shamrocks have 2 timeouts left. The Tigers have all 3 of theirs. Deal comes to the near side. That's the wide side. He's got single coverage with Morgan Johnson. Bags takes a look around, leans forward for the shotgun. He'll take the snap. Play action fake, lobs it up the near side, looking for Deal, and he overthrew him. He missed him by 3 or 4 yards. Again, Johnson got beat off the line of scrimmage, but Mags pass just a little too heavy, and it's now 3rd down and 7.
Yeah, let's tell it like it is. Mags, he's got the perfect body for a quarterback. He's big, he's strong, he throws a beautiful pass, nice tight spiral, strong arm. But here, early on in this game, he's been off a little bit.
Yep.
I mean, he has overthrown almost every receiver by about 3 yards. And so eventually, throughout the season, that'll come. For the moment, he's off a little bit.
This is a huge 3rd down now. 3rd down and 7 from the Dublin Coffman 41, and whistles sound, and the Tigers are going to take a timeout. 4:02 to play, first half. Warsaw leads 21-10. We're back in 30 seconds on News Now Warsaw.
Bad wreck, oh what you gonna do, oh what you gonna do, call the boys in blue, car stalls won't start, oh what you gonna do, oh what you gonna do, call the boys in blue, I reckon any state, and meet the best rate, take the next step, call Rikers and Neff, go with the guys who got the best tools, if you get in a wreck, they'll come and get you, bad wreck, oh what you gonna do, call Rikers and Neff to come get you.
Remember, when you get in a wreck,
call Rikers and Neff.
You're listening to the Warsaw Tiger Radio Network, 99.7 FM, 1480 AM, NewsNowWarsaw.com, and the News Now Warsaw app.
Roger Grossman, Rob Renneker, the third, and I will always argue the most important part of the broadcast team back at the station. Steve Scott back with us. This is actually his first football season with us because we were training him during football season, and then we turned him loose during basketball, and he did a phenomenal job, and we're glad to have him a part of us this season. And I know he's listening, so I want to say this too while we have a moment before play resumes. Nick Duranik's last day with us was Thursday. He did a fabulous job. He was given a lot to do, not only the news for our stations, but the news for 3 stations in Nashville. So he was fantastic, and we miss him already. 3rd down and 7. Dublin Coffman from their 41 with 4:02 left, and the Tigers leading 21-10. Low snap. Blitz coming from the outside. Mag steps away from it. He'll fire on the run, and it's caught inbounds. And did he reach forward for the first down? He did not. He did not. The receiver caught the ball, and according to the official, stepped out of bounds. The catch made by Brody Osmus, and it's 4th down and 1. And yes, the Shamrocks are going to go for it. That's a pretty good throw and a great catch, and Osmus did everything he could to stretch the ball out, but according to the referee on that sidelines, he stepped out of bounds before he stretched. Ball at the Shamrock 47. They need a yard to keep the drive going. Mags takes the snap, runs forward, got hit, and got the first down. He got hit at the 47, but he leaned forward and moved the pile 2 yards and gets what's needed. And with 3:50 left, 4 new downs for the Shamrocks.
Yeah, Mags, he's a big, strong guy. He's 6'3", 210, and he ran the ball like a fullback that time, and you got to appreciate that out of your quarterback.
Mags has 2 wideouts on the near side. There's safety coverage in the middle of the field. From the 49-yard line, Mags takes the snap, drops the throw. Quick throw far side to Hurd. He'll be pushed out of bounds into the Shamrock bench at the 48-yard line. So it's a gain of only 3, but the clock stops with 3:23 left to play in the half. The Rocks have 2 timeouts remaining, so do the Tigers. And Dublin Coffman will go without a huddle. They're kind of in no huddle mode at the moment. Ball on the far hash mark. That's the side closest to their bench. The wide side is left. That's the side closest to us. Mags will hand it off to Hurd. He will come to the near side with blockers. 45, 40. Burrett will drag him down at the 39-yard line. That'll be a first down for Dublin Coffman and a gain of 9 yards.
Yeah, nice job by Burrett that time. He had a wide receiver all over him downfield. He was able to shed the wide receiver. He made sure he got outside leverage and brought Hurd down.
3:15 clock running. First half. The Lakeside Chevrolet halftime show is coming up. Mags, spelled M-A-G-G-S. Looks over the defense, takes the snap, rolling to the wide side, which is right, sets up, fires it deep down the field, looking for a man, and it's caught at the 5 and diving to the end zone. Touchdown. Touchdown, Trey Hederle with the score. A 39-yard pass play from Mags to Hederle, and the Rocks are back in the game with 2:53 left in the half.
Yeah, nice play that time from Mags to Hederle. Mags rolled out to the right that time. Hederle was in the slot on the right side. He went up the field and slanted towards the outside. And that time, Mags, instead of putting some air under it, just kind of put it on a line and fired it right to him. And Hederle pulled it in, dove into the end zone as he was being dragged down for the touchdown.
Now the point after coming from Mercer, but flags fly. Let's see what that's about. Looks like the Tigers maybe leaned across the line of scrimmage. That's what happened. So, a decision here coming up for Garen Stokes and the coaching staff of the Rocks. What do you want to do with this? You could move it forward a yard and a half and go for 2, which would get you within 3. Or you could take the points, and they're running the offense back on the field, aren't they?
Yeah, they're going to go for 2. They're going to go for 2.
It does make some sense. So, the Tiger defense will be asked to make a stop here, as Mags and the offense get a chance to get a little closer. What an exciting night here on opening night here at Fisher Field. The moon makes its first appearance of the season. Out in the southeastern sky, not quite a full moon, but pretty close. All right, let's see what the Rocks have in mind here from a yard and a half out. Mags takes the snap. He will hand off up the middle, and he didn't make it. They tried Hurd on a fullback dive. No go. 2:53 left to play in the half. Tigers 21, Rocks 16. Back in 30 seconds on News Now Warsaw.
A hiring decision, we're building on decades of success. We know it's our people who make all the difference. We hire winners. If you want to be on an all-pro, outstanding team, huddle up. Check out WCSjobs.com to find out more about full-time and part-time opportunities, benefits, and flexible schedules. That's WCSjobs.com. Go Tigers!
Dave Ramsey, weeknights at 6 on News Now Warsaw, 99.7 FM and 1480 AM.
Stay tuned after the game for post-game coverage here from Fisher Field. And then we'll send things to Indianapolis to Bob Lovell for another year of Indiana Sports Talk. 2:53 left to play first half. 21-16, Warsaw with the lead. When it doesn't work, Rob, then you say, well, why didn't you just take the extra point? But the point is you want to go for 2 to get to within 3.
Yeah, and when you only have a yard and a half, absolutely it was the right decision. I mean, they moved the ball forward. You know, you tell your offense, hey, all you got to do is get in a yard and a half, but the Tiger defense was up to the challenge.
So, here's the run up by Mercer. She gets the whistle and the boot. And it's a deep kick. Jones will back up, and he'll take it at the 2-yard line. 5, 10. Coming near sideline 15, 20, 25. Makes a man miss at the 27, to the 30, and out to the 34. It's like trying to tackle smoke. You go for where he is, and all of a sudden he's just not there anymore.
That is very true. There was no true opening, so he couldn't just turn on the jets. So he started to dance a little bit, and once he started dancing, he was able to pick up about 7 or 8 yards.
So the Tigers have 2:44 left. First half, leading 21-16, and keep in mind the Tigers won the toss in the third, so they're going to get the ball to start the third quarter play. What you don't want to do here is give the Rocks the ball back. Whether you score or not, you want to keep this for the entirety of the half. Curtis, Jones on the left, Brown on the right. Brown's got a touchdown already. So does Jones. Or so does Flores Ortega, who's in the backfield behind Tucker Curtis. Option play. Curtis keeps upfield 40, 45, 50, breaks the tackle 45, 40, up the near sideline 30, dragged down from behind to the 25-yard line. Will there be a flag? There will not be. Looked like maybe there was a little horse collar going on there. That was not called. It's down to the 22-yard line. A huge run for the quarterback. 44 yards for Tucker Curtis.
Yeah, beautiful job by Curtis running the option to the right side that time. Faked the ball to Flores Ortega off the right side. Then he kept it off tackle to the right. It was blocked beautifully, and Curtis was off to the races.
Clock down to 2:20 left to play in the first half. Ball on the near hash mark at the Rocks 22. There goes Brown in motion. Option play left. Flores Ortega will lean forward, and he'll get to the 20. Gain of 2 on the play. More importantly, that clock just keeps on churning. Now, what will be really interesting, Rob, let's say we get down into a normal field goal kicking situation. You're going to put your freshman out there and try one.
Why not? This is a non-conference game. Get him some experience.
I'm just, Bart Curtis loves kickers. You know how he loves kickers. I just would be curious to see if he'd put his freshman out there in that kind of situation. From the 20, second down and 8. Play clock at 10. Curtis, option play, keeps it again. Oh, this time he turns into the Shamrock defense, and he'll get a yard to the 19. Tackle made by Hederly. And it's 3rd down and 7 coming up for Warsaw, but the clock's down to 1:20 left, and the Rocks still have 2 timeouts to use. I would assume if they don't make it here, they'll use one.
I would assume the same. So the Tigers want to use all of the play clock here.
As much as they can. They don't have to snap it till it gets to about, the game clock gets to about 50. Curtis. Jones comes in motion. They're going to pitch it to him. He's looking for a block downfield. He'll turn upfield. Got hit at the 20. Stays in bounds to the 15. Spins around. So going inside the 15. Down to the 11-yard line. He's got a first down. An incredible run for Julius Jones. 8 yards. First down, Tigers. Holy mackerel.
That was all Julius Jones that time. They strung it out. He got all the way over by the sideline. I was afraid he was going to go out of bounds and stop the clock. He spun, cut it back into the middle of the field, and picked up the first down.
He never goes out of bounds. He just never does. 45 seconds, clock running. Tigers with 2 timeouts of their own. The ball is at the 12 on the near hash mark, headed toward the south end of Fisher Field. There goes Brownie in motion. On the counter, Jones up the middle, through the hole, 10, 5, touchdown! Touchdown, Tigers. Julius Jones with 30 seconds to go. Warsaw's put 27 on the board here in the first half against Dublin Coffman. They lead by 11 again.
Well, you can't do it any better than that. When you say, we're going to give you the ball with 2.5 minutes or 3 minutes, we want you to run the clock down. Ideally, put some points on the board. Okay, that's exactly what the Tigers just did. This offense is really clicking here in the first half. They are executing well, and Julius Jones takes it the last 11 yards.
Smythe now to tack on the point after. Long wait, snap, spot, kick, up, and good. 30 seconds left to play here in the first half. We're going to keep it here. Warsaw 28, Dublin Coffman 16.
And that was 11 yards, am I correct, sir? Did I get the
12.
12 yards, thank you.
Yep.
I wanted to make sure we get stats right here. But that was so beautiful. That time they ran the counter. They bring the man in motion to the left. They make it look like it's going to be an option left. Faked it to Flores Ortega off the left side. And then Julius Jones from his left wing position was coming back to the right. They gave him the ball. He danced up the middle. Once he got through the line, he turned on the jets, went those 12 yards for the touchdown.
You remember when the first time we saw that play? The counter play at Michigan City, Mesa Marks went 40 yards for a touchdown, and they did not run it the week before, and they ran it in that moment and punched the number 6 team in 5A right in the face. So now Warsaw with a 12-point lead. There's 30 seconds left to play here in the first half. Smythe will tee it up at the 40 right in the middle of the X. They have 2 guys back deep, but they really haven't been needed yet. I think Smythe is trying to get this ball to about the 20. He's just trying to chip it over the last line of defense and make somebody run and get it. And this will be a high short kick to the other side. And the guy who caught the ball was on one knee. It was caught by Carson Cox, and he caught it on one knee at the 34-yard line.
I like those kickoffs. It just totally eliminates a big return. And it just takes any doubt out of it. I like it a lot.
So let's see how Dublin Coffman wants to play this. I can't imagine they wouldn't go for it. You know, try to make something happen, at least try to get 3 here before halftime, because they know the Tigers are going to get the ball to start the third quarter.
And they can strike in a hurry.
Yes,
we
they
know
can.
that. They've had guys open all over the field here in the first half, so they can strike quickly.
2 timeouts left and 66 yards to cover. Maggs back to throw, looking right, dumps it on the flat, caught by Hurd. He'll run out of bounds. And he'll run out of bounds at the 37. It's a gain of 3. It took about 3 seconds. Warsaw will gladly give up 3 yards for 3 seconds. Second down and 7. And that's where the defenders on the wings and out deep have to be very careful. You cannot get sucked in trying to stop short stuff, because if they want to throw it for 5 yards, let them. Hurd to the left of Maggs. Takes the knee-high snap, drops to throw, no pressure, deep down the middle, has a man wide open. Oh, incomplete, and what a hit. Oh, they're going to call a flag. They're going to call a flag, and now multiple flags are down. The hit made by Theo Catras as Hederly had his hands on the ball at the Tiger 40-yard line, and Catras put his shoulder pad right between the 1 and the 1 on the front of his jersey, and I don't know how you can do it any better than that.
Well, you can't. You can't do it any better than that. You know, in this day and age of protecting players, I don't know if they're going to call that on a hit on an unprotected player, a vulnerable player, how they define that. But that, you know, in the old days, he laid a lick on a wide receiver, and he laid a lick on the wide receiver that time.
He had his hands on the ball. The officials are discussing. He literally had his hands on the ball. The fact that he was defenseless was because the pass was high.
Yeah,
that's
you know,
not the defender's fault.
No, he was stretched out. As a defender, you can't let him go by you. You have to pop him.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to tell you right now, there are at least 2 officials in this huddle that are trying. They're petitioning that this shouldn't be a flag. But is there going to be one? The official's going to pick up his flag.
We're going to find out.
I don't know
yet. They haven't signaled yet.
We still have no signal.
They're taking it back to the line of scrimmage, and they're setting the ball down.
They're going to call it an incomplete pass, no flag. And I'm telling you, that's the right call.
They didn't wave it off like we would hope they would. Here it comes.
Oh, the flag is going to be against Dublin Coffman for ineligible man downfield. Oh, it's an offsetting penalties.
Okay.
So there is a penalty against the Tigers, but there's an offsetting penalty against Dublin Coffman. So the play doesn't count. It goes back to the 37. The board says it's 3rd down and 7. That's not right, is it? It should be second down.
It should be second down, I believe.
The down marker says 3rd. Now it says 2nd. So the scoreboard at this moment is wrong. The down marker is correct. It's 2nd down and 7. We're redoing the down minus the time lost. 21.2 left in the first half. Hurd to the left of Maggs. Ball on the far hash mark. Another knee-high snap. Maggs back to throw. Pressure coming. Binker couldn't get it. Maggs will throw it down the field, and it is caught, but he's out of bounds. No catch intended. I'm trying to see who that was out there. I still can't tell. Turn around, young man. Attaboy. That was Braden Doherty. 3rd down now and 7. 14.3 seconds left. Well, if the Tigers could get off the field here, go in 12, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the 3rd, I don't know how it could be any better than this. Especially when you take out the first play of the game from scrimmage. It's not, it's as hoped. Maggs, hands off. Hurd up the middle to the 40, goes down at the 41-yard line. It's a gain of 4. Good tackle there by Deeks for the Tigers. And the time's going to run out. No timeout by Dublin Coffman. What a first half for the Warsaw Tigers. And the Tiger fans come roaring to their feet here at Fisher Field. Warsaw 28, Dublin Coffman 16. The Lakeside Chevrolet halftime show is coming up after these messages on News Now Warsaw.
Jane, you look so relaxed. Did you just get back from vacation?
Get back? I live at Grace Village. I'm always on vacation. I have Grace's affordable, all-inclusive package. It includes meals, housekeeping, trips, and even visits to the salon. My newly renovated apartment is like staying at an upscale hotel. Oh, I gotta go. We're about to play cards.
I need a vacation. It's time to call the apartments at Grace Village.
Call the apartments at Grace Village at 574-372-6547. Isn't it time to plan your destination vacation?
There's never been a better time to sell your car than right now, and R&B Car Company is in need of inventory. We're looking for late model cars, trucks, minivans, and SUVs. We're facing the reality that we need to reach out to the general listening audience because used inventory across America is down. And the good news is your used vehicle is worth more than ever, and we're giving top market value. We're still taking trade-ins, we're still selling cars, but we are looking to buy cars. Find out more at rbcarcompany.com.
Enjoy the next level of fun on the water with help from Splendor Boats. Place your order now for next year at Warsaw's only based marina on Quest Pontoons or a Splendor Boat custom-built power catamaran deck boat. Ask about their expanded indoor, safe, and clean off-season boat storage, winterization, shrink wrapping, and pontoon redecking. Plus, Splendor has a custom upholstery and canvas shop for new fitting and repairing individual cushions to covers and tops. Visit them in Warsaw or Silver Lake and online at SplendorBoatsWarsaw.com. Splendor Boats, a small family business for big family fun.
As one of the leading estate sales companies in the area, Metzger Property Services has decades of communal experience between their qualified real estate agents. Metzger lists and sells all types of real estate at auction or private sale. Whether it's agricultural, residential, commercial, or developmental, there is an agent with the experience you need working for you. For sales or acquisitions, private or auction, give them a call and find out the many benefits of buying or selling real estate at auction. Metzger Property Services, expanding your horizon, generation after generation.
Tiger Talk, driven by R&B Car Company. Saturday at 9 on News Now Warsaw, 99.7 FM, 1480 AM, online at newsnowwarsaw.com, and at the News Now Warsaw app.
Halftime at Fisher Field. The band is on the field getting ready to entertain this huge crowd on opening night. Warsaw with a 28-16 lead on Dublin Coffman. The halftime show is brought to you by Lakeside Chevrolet, Kosciuszko County's hometown dealer. Lakeside Chevrolet is the only new or used dealer in Warsaw to offer warranty forever. So find your new ride at Lakeside. Dublin Coffman on the very first play from scrimmage. From their 35, their quarterback Mason Maggs kept it and went all the way. 65 yards for a touchdown, 12 seconds into the game. Griffin Mercer kicked the extra point. It was up, it was good, and Dublin Coffman led 7-0. Tigers answered less than 2 minutes later on a 68-yard end run by Bryson Brown. Mason Smythe kicked the extra point at a 9:50 of the first quarter. It was 7-7. Dublin Coffman went down the field 2 drives later, got a 35-yard field goal from Mercer with 59 seconds left in the quarter, and went up 10-7. The Tigers then scored 2 touchdowns in a span of 3 minutes and 8 seconds. A 50-yard run from Julius Jones. Smythe's kick at 8:13 of the second made it 14-10. At 5:05, a 57-yard run by Herman Flores Ortega. The kick by Smythe was good there. That made it 21-10. Dublin Coffman seemed to get themselves back in the game with a 39-yard pass from Maggs to Trey Hederle. A run for two failed, and that made it 21-16 Tigers with 2:53 left in the half. And the Tigers then, with 30 seconds to go in the second quarter, got a second run by Julius Jones. He goes in for the touchdown. Smythe adds the extra point, and that's where we stand at halftime, 28-16. Coming up next on the Lakeside Chevrolet Halftime Show, 2 minutes of local news, then Rob's first half stats. All ahead next on News Now Warsaw.
Your family, friends, and pets will approve of your new ride. You will approve of the loan. Crossroads Bank has auto loans as low as 2.49% APR. For details, stop by or call any Crossroads Bank office in Columbia City, North Manchester, Peru, South Whitley, Syracuse, Wabash, and Warsaw, or inquire online at crossroadsbanking.com. Advertised special annual percentage rate APR reflects an automatic monthly payment from a Crossroads Bank. Crossroads Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Crossroads Bank.
Woven quietly into the backdrop of our hometowns is a family-owned business that served our community for over 50 years. You can see their unparalleled commitment and reliability in every school bus full of children, tractor working to put food on our tables, minivan carrying our most precious cargo, and the hustle to keep the economy going during unprecedented times. Our region moves forward. Monteith's Best One will take you there. Selling tires, serving people, Monteith's Best One Tire and Auto Care.
Your hometown independent insurance agency, W.R. Hall Insurance Group, is dedicated to protecting you from the risks of everyday life. You've gotten to know us over the last 100 years. We're your neighbors, people you've come to know and trust, and we've served generations of families, businesses, and farms around our county. From all of us to all of you, thank you for trusting us with your insurance needs. Here's to another 100 years of serving with trust, quality, and service. We are W.R. Hall Insurance Group.
Find your new ride at Lakeside. Lakeside Chevrolet, Warsaw's hometown dealer, now has a second location in Huntington. Lakeside Chevrolet is the only dealer in Warsaw and Huntington to offer warranty forever on every vehicle under 100,000 miles. And get to Lakeside now through the end of August for their giant truck sale. Prices have been lowered on over 100 new and used trucks, but will only be priced this aggressively through the end of the month. Check out the inventory online and get approved at lakesidechevy.com.
From the Aegis Dental Group News Desk, I'm Jim Miller. Officials announced the 11-month-old Mercedes Lane of Plymouth was found dead yesterday near Stark County in a densely forested area. Officials made that announcement at a briefing held yesterday morning at the Marshall County Sheriff's Department. A silver alert for her disappearance was issued back on Sunday when she was initially reported missing. Well, that was canceled minutes before the briefing began. Police in the case say 37-year-old Justin Miller had led authorities to her body. Miller had previously been taken into custody, now been charged with neglect of a dependent resulting in death. Well, breaking the cycle of poverty is the goal of the GEO Foundation. John Herrick reports on how they try to do that.
That foundation has a network of 7 charter schools in Gary, Indianapolis, and Baton Rouge, Louisiana. The foundation recently started the Geo Focus Academy, which is a combination of its charter school system with a virtual school.
If you go to any of our high schools, our students have all the same opportunities that you see at many of the, what I would call destination high schools, Carmel, Zionsville, Avon, Plainfield.
The foundation's superintendent, Kevin Teasley, tells Inside Indiana Business the mission is to break the back of poverty, something he says they do with non-traditional education methods.
And Labor Day weekend coming up, and the Kosciuszko County Traffic Safety Partnership warning residents against drinking and driving. The partnership taking part in the National Drive Sober or Get Pulled Over enforcement and mobilization to educate motorists about the dangers and consequences of impaired driving. Now until September the 6th, officers will be increasing patrols, showing zero tolerance for anyone caught driving under the influence of drugs or alcohol. In Indiana, drunk driving has been on the rise. Plan a safe and sober ride home before you go out. For News Now Warsaw, I'm Jim Miller. For more, head to newsnowwarsaw.com.
If your home could use a fresh look for fall, head to Reinhold's Town Square Furniture in Warsaw during the Labor Day sale for limited time savings on Lazy Boys. Hi, this is Keith Reinhold. Sofas, sectionals, and the popular Lazy Boy recliners are all on the floor and ready for fast and free delivery, and they're all on sale. Choose your item, your color, your power option, and create the room of your dreams during the Lazy Boy Labor Day sale going on now at Reinhold's Town Square Furniture, 118 West Main Street in downtown Warsaw.
Hey, it's Andrew from Bobcat of Warsaw. And once again, it's time for football games under the lights on Friday night. It's also time to think about taking care of your Bobcat equipment and Cub Cadet or X-Mark mower you've been working hard all summer long. You should give it a pat on the back by bringing it to us for that fall service so it can relax all winter long and be ready for spring. We would like to pass on a huge thank you to this amazing community that we live in. We are very proud to have you as neighbors and friends. This proud sponsor of Warsaw Tiger Football just wants to say thanks. Booyah!
I am a Colts fan. I'm a Bears fan. And you out there are Warsaw Tiger fans. Whoever you root for, in order to win the game, your team needs a head coach with an effective game plan. We at Alder Bergen can help you develop and implement a financial game plan for your family's future. So if you're a Colts fan, a Tiger fan, a Bears fan, or a fan of any other team, except the Patriots, Alder Bergen can be the head coach of your financial planning team.
Alder Bergen and Company, 122 West Market Street in Warsaw, and online at alderbergen.com.
Hey, you've got a great-looking car. Yeah? Except for that ding in your door. Oh, got that in the parking lot. Well, your affordable solution is CarTech. CarTech. They use a paintless dent repair process that restores your car to make it beautiful and shiny again. Many dents are repaired the same day, whether at their shop or your driveway. For dents and dings and hail damage repair, it's CarTech, your last stop before the body shop. That's C-A-R-R, CarTechDents.com.
Give us 15 minutes. We'll give you the world. This is News Now Warsaw.
The Warsaw Band just finished up their performance. The cheerleaders are on the field getting ready to do a performance for us. Warsaw 28-16 leaders over Dublin Coffman at halftime. And the Lakeside Chevrolet halftime show continues with the halftime stats. Brought to you by Oliver Bergen and Company. Let them be the head coach of your financial planning team. Oliver Bergen and Company, 122 West Market Street of Warsaw, and online at alderbergen.com. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA, SIPC. Mr. Renneker, would you please?
Okay, here we go. In that first half, Dublin Coffman had 6 first downs. They had 14 rushing attempts for 101 yards. That's about 6.5 yards a carry. Their quarterback, Mason Maggs, was the leading ball carrier for them. He had 5 carries for 58 yards. Their starting tailback, Hurd, had 9 carries for 43 yards. Throwing the ball, quarterback Mason Maggs was 8 of 15 for 99 yards, and he did throw a touchdown pass in the first half. Trey Hedderly was their leading receiver. He had 3 grabs for 78 yards and a touchdown. So in that first half, Dublin Coffman ran 29 plays for a total of 200 yards. They had 2 penalties for 15 yards, and they didn't have any turnovers in that first half. The Warsaw Tigers in the first half had 5 first downs. They had 23 rushing attempts for 304 yards.
In the first half?
In the first half. Last year they averaged about 350 yards rushing a game. They had over 300 yards here in the first half. That's more than 13 yards a carry. Leading ball carriers for the Tigers, Herman Flores Ortega had 11 carries for 86 yards and a touchdown. Julius Jones ended up with 81 yards rushing in that first half. The Tigers didn't attempt to pass. I think they called 1 pass play, and Tucker Curtis took off running with the ball. So in the first half, the Tigers ran 23 plays for a total of 304 yards. They had 4 penalties for 35 yards, and they didn't have any turnovers.
How many penalties?
4 penalties for 35 yards.
4 penalties for 35. First half, the first game, 4 penalties for 35. That's almost to be expected.
Yes, agreed totally. The one that wasn't to be expected was 300 yards rushing in the first half against a team of this caliber.
Yes.
I mean, they are just, this offense is getting it done. Let's tell it like it is.
I can't wait to see what adjustments Garen Stokes and Dublin Coffman try to make in the second half, because they can't obviously do that again, or they're going to get run out of this field.
Oh, without a doubt. We got to mention the offensive line.
Yes.
300-yard Trey Stuckey, Kyler Denny, Kyle Dawson, Noah Chu, Braden Rios. Those guys are just, they're eating them up front, man. Those guys are getting it done.
making big holes, and that opens up the outside for Jones and Brown. Jones got 2 touchdowns. Brown's got 1. This offense is clicking about as efficiently as you could hope. And we saw that last week in the scrimmage. They looked good in the scrimmage last week, but not perfect, and they worked on stuff this week, and they felt pretty good about where they were at, and I'd say it looks pretty good right now.
I agree totally. For the first half of football, for the entire season, this offense looks pretty good.
Warsaw 28, Dublin Coffman 16. We'll try to update you on a few things. Those are the halftime stats brought to you by Oliver Bergen & Company, 216 West Market Street in Warsaw. We'll come back with more here on the Lakeside Chevrolet Halftime Show on News Now Warsaw.
Hello, I'm Jay Rigdon with Rock Hill Pinnock. One of the most important things to look for in a lawyer is experience. Our attorneys at Rock Hill Pinnock have a proven track record in our county with more than 200 years of combined experience. You won't find that in any other firm in our community. If you need an attorney for trial, mediation, or any other activity that may cause you to see the inside of a courtroom, we're here to help you get the best possible result. To discuss your case, call 267-6116 for an appointment. Rock Hill Pinnock, lawyers you can count on.
All bad things in football.
Dry skin and hair.
All bad things when it comes to your water. Grab Water Systems All-Star Team can help eliminate your water penalties. Home of the non-electric Connecticut, which provides clean, clear water 24/7 without electricity. Call or visit rabwater.com to fix your water.
Bad wreck, oh what you gonna do, oh what you gonna do, call the boys in blue, car stalls won't start, oh what you gonna do, oh what you gonna do, call the boys in blue, I reckon any state, and need the best rates, take the next step, call Rikers and Nep, go with the guys who got the best tools, if you get in a wreck, they'll come and get you, bad wreck, oh what you gonna do, call Rikers and Nep, they'll come get you.
Remember, when you get in a wreck,
call Rikers and Nep.
When Warsaw Community Schools makes a hiring decision, we're building on decades of success. We know it's our people who make all the difference. We hire winners. If you want to be on an all-pro, outstanding team, huddle up. Check out WCSjobs.com to find out more about full-time and part-time opportunities, benefits, and flexible schedules. That's WCSjobs.com. Go Tigers!
Now, back to the Warsaw Tigers on News Now Warsaw, 99.7 FM and 1480 AM.
Well, I can give you one score, and it's going to surprise me at least a little bit. Wawasee and Tippecanoe Valley doing battle in Syracuse tonight. Valley in the third quarter, 28. Wawasee, nothing. I told you in the pregame show, Valley feels like if they can win this first one, they may have themselves a special season, and well, they'd have to really blow it to not.
Yeah, and you were talking about that in the pregame. You were saying, this could be a special bunch, and they're coming out swinging right out of the gates.
Warsaw leads 28-16 over Dublin Coffman, and the Tigers are going to get the ball to start the third quarter of play. The halftime show has been brought to you by Lakeside Chevrolet, Kosciuszko County's hometown dealer. Lakeside is the only new or used dealer in Warsaw to offer warranty forever. So find your new ride at Lakeside. We start the third in 2 minutes on News Now Warsaw.
Jane, you look so relaxed. Did you just get back from vacation?
Get back? I live at Grace Village. I'm always on vacation. I have Grace's affordable, all-inclusive package. It includes meals, housekeeping, trips, and even visits to the salon. My newly renovated apartment is like staying at an upscale hotel. Oh, I gotta go. We're about to play cards.
I need a vacation. It's time to call the apartments at Grace Village.
Call the apartments at Grace Village at 574-372-6547. Isn't it time to plan your destination vacation?
There's never been a better time to sell your car than right now, and R&B Car Company is in need of inventory. We're looking for late model cars, trucks, minivans, and SUVs. We're facing the reality that we need to reach out to the general listening audience because used inventory across America is down. And the good news is your used vehicle is worth more than ever, and we're giving top market value. We're still taking trade-ins, we're still selling cars, but we are looking to buy cars. Find out more at rbcarcompany.com.
Enjoy the next level of fun on the water with help from Splendor Boats. Place your order now for next year at Warsaw's only based marina on Quest Pontoons or a Splendor Boat custom-built power catamaran deck boat. Ask about their expanded indoor, safe, and clean off-season boat storage, winterization, shrink wrapping, and pontoon redecking. Plus, Splendor has a custom upholstery and canvas shop for new fitting and repairing individual cushions to covers and tops. Visit them in Warsaw or Silver Lake and online at SplendorBoatsWarsaw.com. Splendor Boats, a small family business for big family fun.
As one of the leading estate sales companies in the area, Metzger Property Services has decades of communal experience between their qualified real estate agents. Metzger lists and sells all types of real estate at auction or private sale. Whether it's agricultural, residential, commercial, or developmental, there is an agent with the experience you need working for you. For sales or acquisitions, private or auction, give them a call and find out the many benefits of buying or selling real estate at auction. Metzger Property Services, expanding your horizon, generation after generation.
News Now Warsaw, WRSW 1480 AM and W259 Warsaw.
Tigers and Shamrocks here for the first time ever. Again, Warsaw playing a team from the state of Ohio for the first time ever, and the first time they're playing an out-of-state opponent since the 1950s. So it's been a while. So far, so good for the boys in the black jerseys, the home team, leading 28-16 starting the third quarter and about to receive the opening kickoff.
Yeah, a lot of build-up for this game. You know, a lot of talk around the community, people asking a lot of questions, and our boys have clearly come out ready to play. And so, you know, if there's that whole intimidation thing where you're scared of your opponent as the game starts, I'm guessing that that's probably not the case anymore. I think the boys realize they can play with these guys.
Now, this may sound crazy, but the Tigers should watch out for some sort of onside kick here. As Dublin Coffman tries to change the game a little bit. Mercer has the ball teed up near hash mark 40-yard line. Tigers have two deep. The run up and the boot. This will be Jones from the 4, 5, 10. Middle of the field, 15. Come to the near side, 20. He'll get away, 25, 30, 35, 40. And he'll be run out of bounds near midfield into the Tiger bench. You better have three guys right there because the first guy's going to miss him. That's just the way it is with number 3.
And you know, you talked about it earlier that he doesn't run out of bounds.
No.
Well, he had two guys waiting for him right there at the sideline. He could have stepped out of bounds at the 45. Instead, he lowered his shoulder, and he ran over those two guys and picked up another 3 yards.
So, first play from scrimmage forthcoming here in the third quarter with Warsaw leading over Dublin Coffman 28-16. You think a few people saw the halftime score and went, they what? If I'd have been somewhere else and somebody sent me the score, I would have said, say what? Curtis from the Tiger 48. He'll give it up the middle to Herman Flores-Ortega, and Herman will get a couple yards right to the midfield stripe, and maybe the nose of the ball is just across it. Nighttime here, the moon to our right. As we look at the goalpost, it's just right through the goalpost. It is warm and sticky here in northern Indiana. I'm looking ahead to next week, and it looks more warm and stickiness. So I go down an 8. By the time the season's over, the colder it gets, the better the season was. Curtis. Oop, fumble the football. It's rolling around loose. I think Dublin Coffman's got it. They do. The first turnover of the season was a bad exchange. Curtis got it caught on his hip. And the Tigers turn it over at midfield, and Dublin Coffman has new life in the football game.
Yeah, and that time they tried that counter where they brought the man in motion, and then he stops in the backfield and turns and goes back the other way to lead the option and the fullback exchange that time was not good, and the ball ended up on the ground, and Dublin Coffman got it. So the first turnover of the night.
Well, that takes a huge advantage Warsaw had away. And now with 11-12 to play in the third quarter, the Rocks have new interest in the game, 3 hours from home, trailing by 12. Maggs has Hurd to his right, their best running back, their leader a year ago, Michael Anderson, not in uniform. Play action fake. Maggs back to throw, looking deep, fires it deep down the middle of the field and overthrown by 10 yards. Again, Deal had a step on his man, But the pass was well overthrown. This kid's got a rocket for an arm. Did you see how gracefully he threw that ball 60 yards in the air?
Well, I'll tell you what, he looks like the ideal pocket quarterback. He's big, he's strong, he sets his feet, he steps into his throws. He's got a beautiful motion. He's been just a little off tonight. He's overthrowing all of these guys, and there is zero wind tonight, so you can't blame it on the wind. There's no wind. He's just overshooting his receivers by a little bit.
And by the way, Hederle has his helmet on, but he is nowhere near the offensive huddle. Maggs on the counter play up the middle. Hurd will get 2 yards to 50. 3rd down and 8 coming up for Warsaw. Anderson on the stop. Nick Catras was there to help him. 3rd down, and Hurd comes up limping.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a cramp or...
No, that's not a cramp.
He's hobbling off the field.
I don't think it's a cramp.
See, the way he was keeping everything straight like that just made me think maybe.
Yep. He tried to go, and then he fell down. His teammates helped him up, and he fell down again.
And if you're hurt, go down.
Just stay down.
Stay down. That way you have enough time for your sub to come into the game. You aren't rushing around, and the clock's not running. Just go down. And, let them come out and take care of you.
And you're right. It's a cramp. I'm glad that's all it is.
Yeah.
And that will not be the last cramp of this night. As hot as it is on the field turf. And again, there's one big disadvantage to field turf, and that is days like today and nights like tonight. It's really hot. That rubber holds in that heat all night long. Now, we get into October and November, that's really helpful. A sunny day warms this field up and makes it very playable and radiates the heat out for the players. Not so much now. Right now they wish they were playing on an ice cube. Hurd now is up. He is jogging off the field. Oh, did you see that? He kind of got a smack from the official on the far side, like, attaboy.
No, I did not see that.
The official who's working the far sideline kind of smacked him on the shoulder pads like, attaboy, good job, you're okay. We'll see you back here in a couple plays. 3rd down and 8. After the Tiger fumble, the Rocks from midfield trying to cash in and get themselves back in the game. They're down 28-16, a little over a minute into the 3rd. One back to the right of Maggs. He'll take the snap. They fake the handoff. They throw it to the far side. This is Earl cutting through the middle. He's got a 1st down to the Tiger 40 and down to the 37-yard line. Nope. Yes, Trevor Earl. Earl makes the catch, and the run gives them a 1st down to the Tiger 37.
Yeah, that was really well executed. A little slip screen that time. The wide receiver on the snap of the ball came back towards the line of scrimmage, caught the pass as he was moving toward the middle of the field, picked up some nice blocks, and got the 1st down.
Ball on the far hash mark. That's the side closest to the DC sideline. 2 minutes exactly into the 3rd quarter. Tigers by 12. The Shamrocks are marching after a Tiger turnover. Play action handoff. Nowhere to go. Schnackenberg. Oh, and then a flag comes in. 2 flags are in. Face mask against the Tigers. So Schnackenberg's tackle was not a legal one. And let's see if it's the garden variety 5-yarder or the big 15-yarder. Looks like it's the 5-yard version. That'll move the ball to the 32. So the loss of about a yard is offset now by the penalty. So it's 1st and 5. 9:50 left to play, 3rd quarter. Tigers by 12. But the turnover at midfield has kind of boosted the sails of the Rocks, headed toward the north end of Fisher Field. Maggs from the shotgun. Takes the snap. He'll fake the handoff. He'll throw it quickly out the near side. Got a man open at the 33. He's to the 30 and out of bounds near the 27-yard line. That'll be very close to a 1st down. Catch made by Earl again. So with Hederle out of the game, Earl now playing more and having more of a presence, and it is a 1st down for Dublin Coffman.
Yeah, that time they rolled out to the left, and Earl just kind of headed towards the sideline. They hit him with the ball, and he picked up a block from the wide receiver. Johnny Burrett, with some good hustle, dragged him down out by the sideline.
9 minutes left to play, third quarter. Tigers by 12. Dublin Coffman on the march to the Tiger 26. Maggs fakes the handoff. Quick throw far side. It's caught, and the receiver will lose a yard. Loss of a yard on the play. The catch was made by Deal. However, he was quickly brought to the ground by Eric Pohl. Pohl makes the stop for a loss of 1. Second down and 11.
Yeah, nice job by Pohl. And again, that's that slip screen. They ran it to the right side. The receiver at the snap of the ball came back towards the line of scrimmage, and the quarterback got him the ball, but Pohl was right there to bury him.
Pohl on the far hash mark. The wide side of the field is left. Single coverage, but safety help here on this wide side of the field. Maggs will drop to throw. Pump fakes, throws it to the far side, got a man all wide open at the 15. He runs over a Tiger defender and is pushed out of bounds near the 10-yard line. They're going to mark him out at the 11. It will not be first and goal. Catch made by Braden Doherty.
Yeah, that's the first time they found him today. And he's that big tight end. That time they got him the ball. They pump faked towards the sideline. They drew the defensive back up. And then Doherty just kind of slipped in behind him, and they got him the ball.
They're probing the edges of the Tiger defense, working their way down toward the north end of Fisher Field. 1st and 10 from the 11. Dublin Coughlin down by 12. Maggs on the handoff. Not much room there. He lost the football. A couple of the Tigers pointed immediately that they had it, but they did not. The ball carrier was Sam Maloney, a sophomore. He got a yard to the 10 and then got spun around and lost the ball, but fell back on top of it. Second down and 9. 7.5 minutes left to play here in the third quarter. Maggs looking over with the rest of his team to the far sideline to get the signal of the play. Single coverage out here on the near side, one-on-one. Actually one-on-one, and there's 2 receivers out on this side. Maggs takes the snap. He fakes the pass. He's going to run up the middle. He's to the 10. He's down near the 5. Give him to the 6. So it's a gain of 4, third down, and about 5 coming up for the Rocks.
A big play here on third down. It'd be interesting to see if they go for it on 4th if they don't punch it in here.
I'd be stunned if they did go for it. Just because if you kick and go for 3, you're within 9. And I don't know that from a coach standpoint, I'm not sure that helps you a whole lot. Maggs from the right hash mark at the 6. Wide side of the field is left. Empty backfield. Maggs takes the snap. He's going to take off and run. He'll turn up at the 5. He got hit at the 3. He got down to the 2. He did not get to the first down marker. He got 4 yards. He needed 5. Luke Anderson jogs onto the field for a 4th down and goal, and the Rocks are going to go for it. Now you sell out here if you're on defense. There's nothing to hold back for. You might as well just run everybody at everybody, run everybody you have free up the middle, and hope that you get a guy to shoot a gap. They're at the 2. They need to get to the 1. Are they going to let the clock run down? It's at 10. Nope, they're going to line up. Maggs from the middle of the field. Looking right, looking left. Takes the snap. Here come the Tigers up the middle. Play action fake, throws it to the near side. Oh, it's dropped! It's dropped! Earl had it. What would have been really fascinating, and we'll never know, is what would have happened next, because there was a Tiger breathing down his neck. The Tigers hold at the 2-yard line with 5:46 left to play in the third, up by 12.
Yeah, how about that? They ran a little play action into the middle of the line, and then they threw it out into the left flat, and he had a lead blocker out there, but there were 2 defenders out there also. But the ball hit him in the hands, the ball fell to the ground, and the Tigers get the ball back on downs.
They turned it over the last time. It did not result in points. And now the Warsaw offense backed up. The good news is Dublin Coffman didn't score. The bad news is Tigers will start from their 2. Leading 28-16 over Dublin Coffman. Curtis with Jones on the left, Brown on the right, Flores Ortega behind him. Quick hitter up the middle, Flores Ortega pushes forward. He got to the 4, that's a gain of 2.
Well, this is one of those situations where you just got to pound it out. We got the offense for that. I mean, this offensive line is used to coming off the ball in a hurry. You got the big fullback to pound it out of there.
The one thing that you don't have here is the pitch. You're not going to run the pitch here because you don't want to have it rolling around and have Dublin Coffman score a cheap touchdown. Curtis under center. Option play right, and he's going to, I think he kept it. Nope, I'm wrong. Flores Ortega got it to the 5. So it's 3rd down and 7 coming up with exactly 5 minutes to play here in the third quarter. The defense over here getting words from Chris Huber, knowing that they could be right back on the field very shortly. Remember, the Tigers have a freshman punter. They have a veteran snapper, though, so you like Pelfrey in this situation if it comes to that. Maybe the Tigers can make a big play here on 3rd and 7 from their own 5. Curtis, play action. Rolling out, pressure, throws it in the flat, and it's too high for Jack Merle, incomplete. He was well covered, and Earl is down. Earl has grabbed his right leg. This is not a cramp. Earl was defending the pass, and when he landed, he must have landed awkwardly, and he is down outside the playing surface near about the 17-yard line. He is up and trying to limp off the training staff. Well, then he goes back down. So we have a stoppage with 4:30 left to play here in the quarter. Let's take a quick break. Warsaw 28-16 leaders over Dublin Coffman. We're back in 60 seconds on News Now Warsaw.
Back on the perks. Crossroads Bank has RV loans as low as 4.74% APR. For details, stop by or call any Crossroads Bank office in Columbia City, North Manchester, Peru, South Whitley, Syracuse, Wabash, and Warsaw. Or inquire online at crossroadsbanking.com. Advertised special annual percentage rate APR reflects an automatic monthly payment from a Crossroads Bank checking account. Crossroads Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Crossroads Bank. Monty's best one tire and auto care.
Now through September 22nd, get up to $90 back by mail on a Bridgestone Visa prepaid card with the purchase of 4 eligible Bridgestone tires. Then receive an additional $40 when that purchase is made with your new or existing CFMA credit card. See Monty's Best One Tire and Auto Care for details.
Where the best cops last.
This is Warsaw's news and information station. News Now Warsaw.
Roger Grossman, Rob Renneker back with you. Earl is off the field, moving slowly but under his own steam. I know Obats will back up into the end zone to punt. They've got a guy standing at the Tiger 40 hoping to make a play here. High snap, good catch by Obats, and he'll kick a line drive kick to the far sideline. It'll bounce at the 35. It'll bounce and die at the 33. So, really good field position for Dublin Coffman. But the Tigers kept him out of the end zone last time out. So, 4:21 left to go third quarter. Warsaw 28, Dublin Coffman 16.
Yeah, give credit to that defense of the Tigers where they're able to get that goal line hold. We were able to use up some more clock, move them back here to the 33. So now the defense has another opportunity here to make a stand.
On a night like tonight, what kind of toll will that take on those defensive players?
Pretty heavy.
Pretty heavy.
Pretty heavy.
But given the circumstances, not a lot the offense could do. Can't take any chances down there. Or again, better to give the opponent the ball at the 33 than the 3. Maggs and company go to work. Back to the left, 2 wideouts left. That's the wide side of the field. Maggs takes the snap, fakes the handoff, drops the throw, steps up, firing deep toward the near sidelines, and it's going to be incomplete. Intended out here for Jacob Ebling. Coverage of the play by Trey Kuntz. That was pretty well covered. Kuntz actually had the better chance at it. 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, that was really well covered. At least the receiver that he chose to try to throw to was really well covered. He had a guy going down the middle, and I think it might have been his tight end who was open, but he didn't see him. He tried going deep down the sideline, and the Tigers were all over it.
Play clock at 15, game clock at 4:14. Third quarter, Warsaw 28, Dublin Coffman 16. Maggs sets his team. The play clock's going to run out on him. It did run out on him. Did they get a timeout first? I believe that they did. Timeout, Dublin Coffman. 4:14 left to play, third quarter. Warsaw leads 28-16. We're back at 30 seconds on News Now Warsaw.
Your hometown independent insurance agency, W.R. Hall Insurance Group, is dedicated to protecting you from the risks of everyday life. You've gotten to know us over the last 100 years. We're your neighbors, people you've come to know and trust, and we've served generations of families, businesses, and farms around our county. From all of us to all of you, thank you for trusting us with your insurance needs. Here's to another 100 years of serving with trust, quality, and service. We are W.R. Hall Insurance Group.
Listen to the Tigers anywhere in the world at newsnowwarsaw.com and the News Now Warsaw app.
44 points in the first half. So far, nothing here in the third. Warsaw 28-16 leaders over Dublin Coffman. Next week, Rob and I will be in Michigan City. The Tigers take on the Wolves. We are efforting getting a score from that game. We'll be on the air at 6:45 once again on News Now Warsaw.
Yeah, that's a different time zone over there, isn't it?
See, so
Yes.
that is a 6:30 kickoff their time, 7:30 our time. 4:14 left, third quarter here. Tigers by 12. Dublin Coffman with second down and 10 from the Tiger 33. Maggs he'll hand it off. And moving right with blockers, 25, 20, 15, and down to the 13-yard line. First down for the Rocks. The carry by Sam Maloney, who would be their third-string running back. Their first two injured. Michael Anderson injured before the game. He did not dress. And then Gerald Hurd, who had taken most of the snaps, came up limping early in this third quarter, and it's been Maloney since. Officially from the 14, ball on the far hash mark. And a fake handoff. They'll dump it in the flat. Got a man wide open, but that man is immediately run out of bounds, or they say he's still in bounds. They're going to mark the ball down at the 10-yard line. The catch was made by Brody Osmus. Second down and 6 coming up for Dublin Coffman. Clock still running. 3.5 minutes left to play here. And to this point, a scoreless third. And there seems to be a little confusion here by the Rocks. What they want. We still have some time, 15 seconds on the play clock. Maggs gets his team organized. He's got Maloney to his right. Maggs back to throw. Blitz coming. He got hit, and he's going down. Back at the 18-yard line. Deeks was the first guy there. Binkard finished him off. So we'll give a half a sack each. We'll see how the coaches rule it. Either way, it's the second sack of Maggs in the game, and it sets up third down and very long.
Yeah, and that time they had a wide receiver split out way to the left. They had one-on-one coverage. That's where Maggs wanted to go with the ball, but this receiver couldn't shake free soon enough, and the blitz got to him before he could unload it.
Well, let's see what the Tigers can do here. Third down and 14. Ball backed up to the 18. Maggs from the shotgun takes the snap, straight drop, blitz coming again, chased out of the pocket by Anderson. He tucks it and runs, got hit at the 18, got hit at the 15, goes down at the 13-yard line. Tigers in hot pursuit, included Deeks and Binkard and others. It's fourth down and 9. The offense stays on the field for Dublin Coffman.
Yeah, that time Maggs straight drop back pass, but the pocket collapsed as the Tigers were coming at him. He was able to escape to the outside to the left. He got 5 yards as he scrambled, but they're now in a fourth down situation.
The fans, I think, are too hot to cheer. They're trying to stir up some energy and make some noise for the defense on fourth down. Deep in Tiger territory at the 14-yard line. Maggs takes a low snap, whistle sound, flags fly. No signal yet. Illegal procedure against Dublin Coffman. So the ball goes from the 14 to the 19. Now it's fourth down and 15. I don't know that the play really changes a lot if you're Garen Stokes.
Yeah, if
you're probably going for a touchdown on this play anyway.
Oh, I agree. And 4th and 9, 4th and 14, you're not going to change your play call too much.
So now the ball in the near hash mark at the 19. 2 wide outs right, single coverage with a safety in the middle. Maggs takes the snap, blitz coming from the outside, throws a crossing pattern, too high, incomplete. Intended for Deal, Kuntz on the coverage. Tigers take over on down to the 19-yard line, and as it turns out, they make 16 yards of real estate in the exchange.
Yeah, how about that? Give credit to that Tiger defense. Great coverage on some of those pass plays. They came with the blitz. They dropped Maggs, sacked him a couple of times. This Tiger defense, they are really picking it up now.
Tigers can't win the game here, but they could really go a long way to it if they could take this ball down on a 15 to 20 play drive and score. They'll start from the 18-yard line officially. Wings on either side, Jones on the far side, Brown on the near. They've each scored. And Tucker Curtis is going to keep it. He'll dive across the 20-yard line to about the 21. So give him 3 yards on that first down carry.
Both of these units that are on the field should be fairly well rested. The Tigers haven't run many plays this quarter.
Under a minute to go in the third. The score, as it was at halftime, is 28-16 Tigers. Curtis will go slowly to the line of scrimmage. 15 on the play clock. He can take as much time as he wants. Tigers will have to snap it one more time before the end of the quarter. And they run the counter play with Jones. He's got a huge hole. 35-40, 45-50. Afterburner's on, and you can kiss him goodbye. Touchdown, Tigers, 79 yards. Julius Jones with a hat trick, and the Tigers have upped the lead to 34-16.
Holy cow, like Roger said, they ran the counter that time. They brought the man in motion to the left. They faked it to the fullback off the left side. Jones was coming back to the right from his wing position, and the hole opened up beautifully. The offensive line blocked it perfectly, and Julius Jones gallops 79 yards to put 6 more points on the board.
Julius might have 200 yards and touchdowns tonight.
I'll tell you what, he's got 160 yards already.
Smythe for the point after. Good snap. Spot is down. Kick is up, and it's inside the left upright and good. 19 seconds left to play in the third. Warsaw 35, Dublin Coffman 16. We're back in 30 seconds on News Now Warsaw.
Find your new ride at Lakeside. Lakeside Chevrolet, Warsaw's hometown dealer, now has a second location in Huntington. Lakeside Chevrolet is the only dealer in Warsaw and Huntington to offer warranty forever on every vehicle under 100,000 miles. And get to Lakeside now through the end of August for their giant truck sale. Prices have been lowered on over 100 new and used trucks, but will only be priced this aggressively through the end of the month. Check out the inventory online and get approved at LakesideChevy.com.
Get the latest local news weekdays on News Now Warsaw, 99.7 FM and 1480 AM.
Well, if you'd have told me with 19 seconds left in the third quarter the score of the game would be 35-16, I would have said, okay, I buy that. But the 35's on the other side of the scoreboard because I really thought that Dublin Coffman would come in here and their passing game would click and the Tigers would be in trouble with this young secondary. It has not clicked, and the Warsaw offense has been spectacular.
Yeah, I agree on all accounts, and the Warsaw Tiger defense has really picked it up here in the second half. The offense is clicking on all of their cylinders that they really have, their running game, and they are really getting it done.
Who says this isn't a big play offense, huh? Smythe, the run up, and a little punch kick down the field. Near sideline, skids inbounds, and then the man ran out of bounds with it. That was Trevor Earl at the 30-yard line, and that's where Dublin Coffman will take over. This game is far from over. It's 35-16. That's a huge lead. However, this offense only needs to make one or two plays to make this a whole new ball game.
See, that's it exactly. And, we talked about them missing their big plays. They have had receivers open. They have probably missed on 4 or 5 open receivers that could have been touchdowns today.
Yes.
And so they're getting guys open. If they start hitting on those, the tide could turn in a hurry. But I'll tell you what, our boys are playing very well.
2 wide outs with single coverage. Maloney to the right of Maggs on 1st and 10 for the 30. And it's a handoff to Maloney. And he got stripped at the line of scrimmage, pushing his way backwards across the 35 and all the way out to the 39-yard line. He got 9 yards. And the last 5 of it was going his face in the wrong direction.
Yeah, Maloney's done a nice job of carrying the mail here this second half.
And that'll do it for the third quarter. 35-16, Tigers lead Dublin Coffman after 3. We start the fourth in 60 on News Now Warsaw.
Get it, a great mattress is a must. During the Tempur Sealy Labor Day sales event at Reinhold's Furniture in Warsaw, save up to $600 on your favorite luxury mattresses from Tempur-Pedic, Stearns & Foster, and Sealy, and save on popular adjustable bases as well. Check out ReinholdsFurniture.com and hurry in to 118 West Main Street in Warsaw today for limited time savings on the mattress of your dreams.
Hey, it's Andrew from Bobcat of Warsaw. And once again, it's time for football games under the lights on Friday night. It's also time to think about taking care of your Bobcat equipment and Cub Cadet or X-Mark mower you've been working hard all summer long. You should give it a pat on the back by bringing it to us for that fall service so it can relax all winter long and be ready for spring. We would like to pass on a huge thank you to this amazing community that we live in. We are very proud to have you as neighbors and friends. This proud sponsor of Warsaw Tiger football just wants to say thanks. Booyah!
You're listening to the Warsaw Tiger Radio Network, 99.7 FM, 1480 AM. Warsaw.com.
12 minutes of football left in regulation. A stunning score. Warsaw 35, Dublin Coffman 16. Rocks with the ball, 2nd and 1 from their own 39, right in the middle of the field. Now working from north to south. Maggs back to throw. Pressure, lobs it up the far sideline, incomplete. Deal, the intended receiver, ball thrown 2 to 3 yards too far. That's, as Rob said, that's been the theme of the night. And do we have a flag down?
Oh, we do. I did not see that earlier.
It's going to be against the Tigers, roughing the passer. So that'll be a first down and move the ball out past midfield into Tiger territory.
Those are the mental mistakes that you've got to clean up.
And again, there's no way for us to see that. That happens all way back downstream. Our job is to follow the ball. Rob is looking at the receivers as they're making their cuts, and I'm responsible for the ball. So there's no way. Bart Kurtz wanted to know who. He's been told who, and he is relaying that to those around him. From the Tiger 46, 5 seconds into the fourth quarter. Maggs from the shotgun, as he has been every play. Takes the snap, hands off to Maloney. Maloney up the middle, breaks a tackle, breaks another. He's to the 30. He's down to the 25. Stood up and still going. Down to the 23-yard line. That'll be a first down and a gain of 23 yards for Maloney, who, as Rob said, has done an excellent job in fill-in duty with their starter, Michael Anderson, out, and their number 2 guy, Jarrell Hurd, injured.
Yeah, he's really done a huge hole in the middle that time. The Tigers are kind of anticipating pass right now, and that's opening up some big holes in the middle of that defense.
From the 22, 11:30 left to play, fourth quarter. Tigers 35, Dublin Coffman 16. Maggs takes the snap, drops to throw, blitz coming, lobs up the far side of the field, and it is incomplete. Pass intended out there for Earl. Coverage on the play by Morgan Johnson, who has been a running back in the program until this year. When you graduate the quality of people like Silvius and Adamick and Martz, they were looking for people. They've got a guy that they really like who just moved here from Elkhart, and they really like him, but he's been injured. He's not quite ready to go yet, and that is C.J. Mendez. Second down and 10 for the Tiger 22. Empty backfield, Mags back to throw, dumps it out to Maloney. He makes a man miss at the 22, breaks another man miss. He's the 15 to the 10, and he's going in, touchdown. Two guys had clean shots at him. They both miss. And it's 35-22 now with 11:05 left to play in the fourth quarter.
And that time they just threw the ball to Maloney out in the flat, the right flat, and Maloney made a move or two, and it was all over. He had made one guy miss, and then he outran the rest of them. So Maloney, with a 22-yard touchdown reception, has put Coffman back in striking distance here.
And the extra point coming. Good snap. Spot is down. Kick is up. And the kick is good. 11:05 to go. 35-23. Dublin Coffman back within 12. We're back in 30 seconds on News Now Warsaw.
I am a Colts fan. I'm a Bears fan. You out there are Warsaw Tiger fan.
Whoever you root for, in order to win the game, your team needs a head coach with an effective game plan. We at Alder Bergen can help you develop and implement a financial your family's. If you're a Colts fan, a Tiger fan, a Bears fan, or a fan of any other team,
Except the Patriots. Alder Bergen can be the head coach of your financial planning team. Alder Bergen and Company, 122 West Market Street in Warsaw, and online at alderbergen.com.
Dave Ramsey, weeknights at 6 on News Now Warsaw, 99.7 FM and 1480 AM.
Roger and Rob back with you. Don't forget Tiger Talk tomorrow. We got a busy day tomorrow. Tiger Talk starts at 9 on News Now Warsaw. And then the Cubs and the Royals, first pitch at 2:20, and then the Colts will be on the air for tomorrow night for a 7 o'clock pregame show and an 8 o'clock kickoff. Bad luck for the Colts with Wentz. My heart's broken for them. I hope they get good quarterback play, because if they get good quarterback play, they got everything else to be a real contender in the NFC. Mercer made the extra point. Now he will kick off. Jones and Brown back deep for the Tigers. And the run up and the boot. They kick it away. Jones will backpedal and take it knee high at the 2. 5, 10, 15, 20, 22. That's where the Tigers will take over. First down and 10. Next week we will be in Michigan City to take on the Wolves. Airtime will be 6:45 once again, and then all the conference games will begin at 7 o'clock. So we'll be on the air at a little after 6, and I think Julius Jones is cramping.
I think you're right.
Yep, he is. He's got plenty of people out there to help him. The Warsaw training staff is out there as well. And again, stay tuned after the game, post-game coverage. We'll have the final stats, play of the game. We'll have all kinds of stuff. And then we'll go to Bob Lovell, who'll have all kinds of stuff. I think we might have to call in tonight.
Yeah, you're probably right.
If we beat Dublin Coffman, we might have to call in tonight.
I agree.
Jones is up. He's running off. So from the 21, the Tigers take over with 10:59 left to go. A touchdown would be fantastic. A 5-minute, 6-minute drive would also be really helpful. But Dublin Coffman now within 12. And let's see who's in the game now with Jones out. Can't tell at the moment. Curtis. And it's Trey Koontz. And Herman Flores-Ortega gets to carry up the middle, and he'll get a couple of more yards to the 23-yard line. And again, most people would say that's really not a productive play. In this offense, it's absolutely a productive play. You are sucking people to the middle, and then Tucker's going to either keep it, either turn upfield with it, or pitch it, and then trouble ensues for the defense. Play clock at 13. Warsaw's going to let that thing run down for a bit. 3-man front for the Rocks. Option play. Curtis will keep it, get hit at the 25, stood up and thrown backwards from the 26 where they mark it. So give him a gain of about 2 yards. Third down and 5.5 or 6 coming up for the Tigers at the 10-minute mark of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, big play here. Big play here. If you can pick up 3, you set up a 4th and short, and chances are pretty good the Tigers would go for it. It would be interesting to see, even though you're still 2 scores up. Yeah.
Everything about the conventional book says you kick the ball.
But
this is Bart Curtis, and he is anything but conventional. 3rd down, we'll call it 5 from just outside the 25. Curtis, option play right, turns upfield. He's got room. 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. He's got a convoy ahead of him. One man can catch him, and he won't do it. Touchdown, Tigers! Hold on, though. Hold on. There is a flag down back here. It's a touchdown. The flag doesn't count. The flag's against the defense. They picked it up. What a run. Call it 75 yards for Tucker Curtis. And Warsaw is boosting the lead back up. It's 41-23.
Well, like everybody in the place, Dublin Coffman was looking for the fullback up the middle, and they faked it to the fullback off the right side. Tucker Curtis kept the ball off tackle to the right, and he turned the Jets on, and nobody touched him. A seam opened up, and he went 75 yards for the touchdown.
Smythe for the point after. Low snap, spot, kick is up, and book it. 42-23. Tigers again by 19. 9:25 left. We're back after these messages on News Now Warsaw.
You've got a great looking car, yeah? Except for that ding in your door. Oh, got that in the parking lot. Well, your affordable solution is CarTech. CarTech. They use a paintless dent repair process that restores your car to make it beautiful and shiny again. Many dents are repaired the same day, whether at their shop or your driveway. For dents and dings and hail damage repair, it's CarTech, your last stop before the body shop. That's CARR, CarTechDents.com.
Hello, I'm Jay Rigdon. If the last 18 months has taught us anything, it's been the importance of planning for your future and your family's future. At Rock Hill Pinnock, our attorneys are ready to help you with that job, using tools ranging from simple powers of attorney to complex trusts and everything in between. Don't leave the future of your loved ones to chance. To discuss your family's future and how to protect it, call 267-6116 for an appointment. Rock Hill Pinnock, lawyers you can count on.
The Cubs, the Colts, and the Warsaw Tigers are all part of the team on News Now Warsaw, 99.7 FM and 1480 AM.
And all will be on the air this weekend, as a matter of fact. Smythe with the run up, and a little punch kick to the near sidelines, and that one will go out of bounds. For just a second, Carson Cox was thinking about reaching out there and grabbing that. And then at the last minute he went, oh, wait a minute, no. I'll just let this go out of bounds, and we'll get the ball at the 35. And ordinarily, that kick drives coaches crazy, right? They hate to see that kick. But for this Warsaw team, with a new kicker and the guys that they have covering, they don't want to have anybody, they don't want to take any chances.
Yeah, well, these little pooch kicks have been landing right around the 30 anyway.
Yeah.
And their guys have been catching them and going out of bounds around the 30, so it's about the same thing.
From the near hash mark at the 35. Rocks down by 19 again. Maggs takes the snap, rolling left, looking, fires a fastball way over everybody's head and out of bounds. Looking for Alex Deal. That pass was 7 or 8 feet over his head. Again, this kid's got an absolute howitzer for an arm, but he has not shown the ability to rein it in yet.
Yeah, that time he was rolling out to his left and tried to throw downfield on a down and out, and like you said, he just fired it over the head of the receiver.
2nd and 10. Maggs takes a waist-high snap, again rolling left, being chased by Binkert. He got him, and he slings him, but he didn't get him down. He's still going deep in the backfield. He won't get away from that crew, all the way back at the 22-yard line. Binkert had him, couldn't put him in the boat, to use a fishing term. And I believe that was Nathan Rosas, who eventually brought him to the ground.
And the Tigers, they're pinning their ears back now. They know that the Dublin Coffman wants to throw the ball. The defensive backs are getting good depth on their coverage. And that offensive line, they're coming after it, or the defensive line, they're getting after it now.
8.5 minutes left. Tigers lead 42-23 over the mighty Dublin Coffman Shamrocks from Ohio. Maggs backed up at his 22, whistles sound, the play clock ran out. It's going from bad to worse. If this score holds, can you imagine how long that bus ride is going to feel?
Oh, that would not be good.
It's a 3-hour ride anyway. It's going to feel like 6. At this point, I'm okay with that.
I totally am okay with that.
It's just me.
You know, the clock's running. The clock's running. I like that. They've wound the clock, and Dublin Coffman's taking their time.
3rd down and 28. They have to get the ball to their own 45. Back to throw Maggs, pump fake, steps into the open spot, takes off running 20, 25, 30, 35, and ran over a Tiger and went out of bounds at about the 37-yard line. He was not backing off of that one. He could have ducked out of bounds, and he didn't. He's going to be a good football player. I'm glad we're catching these guys now, not later when they get their act together. I'm also glad that we don't have to go there next year. Just saying. 4th down. Maggs from his 35. Drops to throw, fires the middle, got a man open, and Maloney dropped that. Maloney had it, would have been a 1st down. Took a little pop from Theo Catras afterwards. The Rocks turn it over on downs at their own 35, and Warsaw with a chance to stick a dagger in the heart right here.
Yeah, absolutely. The Tigers got the ball back. They've got a nice lead. The offense is clicking. It's time to just kind of grind it out and use that clock and put a few more points on the board.
Well, if I have any criticism of this offensive unit tonight, it's that they have not been able to churn out drives. I'm just joking, of course.
I know.
Joking.
I know exactly.
They have,
well, here, let me just say, they have touchdown runs of 75 yards, 57 yards, 79 yards, and 68 yards. You know, you say this is a grinded-out offense, but these guys have made some big plays tonight.
Yes, they have, and it's not been one guy. Jonesy's got 3 of them, but it's been everybody. Curtis, late pitch back to Jones, far sideline, turns upfield at the 30, and a flag comes in. This looks like it might be a Tiger penalty. It will be. We'll be holding against one of the linemen. We'll back the Tigers up from where the flag is, which is at the 30-yard line. And it would set up about 1st and 15. 7:48 left. Stay tuned after the game. Final scoring, final stats, play of the game. We'll get you to Bob Lovell. By the way, the score showed up on Twitter. Somebody just sent me a tweet and said, "Are you serious?" Yeah, 100% serious. 42-23 Tigers over Dublin Coffman. A very, very proud program in high school football in Ohio and certainly in the Columbus, Ohio area. Option play, Flores Ortega breaks one tackle, drags another guy forward. Got all the way down to the 31-yard line.
That was a nice run by Flores Ortega. He got hit at the line of scrimmage or shortly beyond, and he just kept those legs going. He dragged tacklers with him, and he picked up 9 yards that time.
Tigers have 3 guys over 100 yards. Curtis, 149. Flores Ortega, 103. Jones, 160. The total is, what is that, 480?
480 yards rushing right now for this Tiger unit.
Second down, we'll call it 6. Curtis sends Jones in motion. Option play up the middle. Herman Flores Ortega will squeeze out a couple more yards to the 28. Give him 2. 3rd down and 3. Or 2.5. People love when I say 2.5. They think that's funny. Some of my broadcasting buddies heard me say that and go, "You can't say that." Well, I think I just did. I've been saying it for 30 years around here. people around here are used to it. 6 minutes left, halfway through the fourth. Warsaw will let the play clock run down. It's at 7. Now 6. Curtis under center. Option play right. Flores Ortega, first down. Down to the 20-yard line. That's a gain of 8 yards. First down, Tigers with 5:54 left to play. Warsaw on their way to a 1-0 start.
Yeah, how about that? This is one that people weren't expecting. I mean, let's just be honest. You're playing one of the best programs in the state of Ohio, and people were really anxious and couldn't wait to see what a top-level program looked like. And I'll tell you what, our boys have just gone toe-to-toe with them tonight.
Well, I'll tell you what a top-ranked program looks like. It's the one wearing the orange and black jerseys right now.
Absolutely.
1st and 10 for the 20. 5.5 minutes to go. Warsaw 42-23 leaders over Dublin Coffman from Ohio. Flores Ortega again up the middle. Down to the 16-yard line. 4 more yards for Heron. Spells his name German. He, the heir apparent to Juan Jaramillo, who had 2 really huge seasons in this offense.
And by the way, he's in the house tonight.
He is. He's right down here. He looks fantastic.
Yeah.
He's not even limping or anything. Because the last time we saw him, he was limping all over the place.
Pretty beat up.
He was. From the 16, Curtis, option left. He'll keep it. Turn upfield to 15, to the 10, and down to the 6-yard line. 1st and goal, Tigers. Good choice by Tucker. The defender froze, and so he ducked right underneath him and ran right up the field. 1st and goal, Warsaw. 4:30 and counting in the fourth. Warsaw 42, Dublin Coffman 23. What a win this is going to be for the Warsaw Tigers.
Yeah, Dublin Coffman just wants this game to end.
Yes.
They just want to get on the bus and go home.
I don't blame them one bit. From the 7 officially. Curtis, pitch back late. Oh, the pitch was high. Jones had it hit him in the helmet. And Jones has a hold of it. A defender also has a hold of it, and Jones doesn't let it go. And he gets it. It's a loss of 2 back to the, it's a loss of 2 back to the 9.
Wow.
Pitch was just a little bit high. Julius might have taken his eyes off of it, but it hit him in the worst possible spot, right at the point of that helmet. Doing. Julius did good to get back on it. Clock keeps running. Play clock at 14. Big clock at 3:30. Warsaw leading by 19 over Dublin Coffman. About to start the year 1-0 with a road trip to Michigan City next week. Curtis hands off. Flores Ortega runs over a guy at the 7, gets down to the 5, and then to the 3. 3rd and goal. The next time the Tigers run a play, there'll be less than 2 minutes and 40 seconds left to go in this game. This huge crowd has been treated to quite a night of football from their home team. They were excited about this game, and they were excited for pretty much every play but the very first one, because this game couldn't have looked any worse after 12 seconds. And it couldn't have looked much better for every play after that. Curtis is going to let the play clock run down to 5, 4, 3. From the 3, he will hand off to Flores Ortega, who dives to the goal line, and he's in. Touchdown. Herman Flores Ortega scores, and with 2:29 left, it's 48-23.
Boy, this Tiger offense, when you get late in the game and your opposition is down, they're worn out, and this Tiger offense, they've still got that high energy level right now because they're looking up at the scoreboard, and they've seen what they've done tonight, and they just shoved it down their throats on that drive. Flores Ortega taking it the last 3 yards off the left side, and that offensive line has done an awesome job tonight.
Smythe looking to keep his perfect streak alive to start his career. Pelfrey snaps it back. Tucker couldn't get it down. They call the fire. Tucker rolling out to his right. He's going to take off with it. He dives, and he did not make it. He did not make it. He came up a couple of inches short. So, 2:29 left. Warsaw 48, Dublin Coffman 23, and we're back here in 30 seconds on News Now Warsaw.
All bad things in football. Body dishes, bust stains, dry skin and hair. All bad things when it comes to your water. Rab Water Systems All-Star Team can help eliminate your water penalties. Home of the non-electric Connecticut, which provides clean, clear water 24/7 without electricity. Call or visit rabwater.com to fix your water.
The Warsaw Tigers play here on News Now Warsaw, 99.7 FM and 1480 AM.
Well, we were hoping for a good start to the season. And what a start we got, folks. 48-23 Warsaw, 2:29 left. 4 different Tigers have scored. Jones has 3. Flores Ortega has a couple. And that's more like the Bart Curtis offense. 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 8, 4, touchdown.
Yeah, you jokingly said, we aren't grinding it out and using the clock. Well, it's because we kept popping big plays.
Smythe with a high short kick. Fair catch called for and made at the 28-yard line. I'm not sure that young man thought he was going to get his hands on the football as much as he has tonight, but Carson Cox has been a busy guy because they've been kicking in his way. 2:29 left. Warsaw leads by 25 over Dublin Coffman out of Ohio, who just never figured out how to stop the Warsaw running game. And did they make it to 500 yards?
I was holding that for the post game, but no.
No. Don't do it. Don't you do it. Don't you keep it.
No. I don't want to do that to our listeners.
No, just keep it. I'm good with it.
Yeah, but 510 yards.
Oh, my goodness.
I know. Can you, Matt? 510 yards against a top caliber team.
Mags on the keeper, up the near sideline, 35, 40, 45, and out of bounds. 18-yard gain for Mags. First down for the Rocks, who are going to win a lot of football games.
Yes, they are.
Let's just be real about that. Also, even the only thing you can say from their perspective, and we know that people are listening there, I believe that they're going to go back. They're probably not going to face a team like this all season that runs this offense this way. They play a lot more conventional offenses around their neighborhood there in Ohio. I think they'll be fine. Mags rolls out, throws it in the flat, got a man open, and he dropped it. That's been really their most biggest issue, is they've had 3 or 4 guys drop big passes, and then they've had some plays where they had guys open and the quarterback missed them.
That's really been the theme for their offense tonight, is when they've got the ball to their receivers, a lot of the times they've not been able to hang on, and when they've had guys open for big plays, Mags has overshot them just by a little bit.
Second down and 10 from the Shamrock 47. Waist high snap. Mags back to throw. Plenty of time. Got a man wide open over the middle. It's caught at the 35 to the 30. And down goes the man at the 29-yard line. Trevor Earl makes the catch. First down for Dublin Coffman with 2:09 left to play. Tigers leading 48-23.
Yeah, that was a nice play that time. They had the man wide open across the middle. Picked up 23 yards and a first down.
Ball in the middle of the field at the 29. Clock running down to 2 minutes left. Mags with Maloney to his left. Mags takes the snap, blitz on. Burrett chases Mags out of the pocket. Can't get to him. Out to the 25. Far sideline to the 20 and out of bounds. And how far did he get? They're going to give him to the 22 and say he stepped out there, so that's a gain of 7. With 1:48 left, we have a whistle and a stoppage, and we've got another player that's injured. That's the deal, and he's cramping.
We knew that would happen tonight with this heat.
It's just a matter of who and how many were cramping. So far, it's mostly been the boys from Ohio. Maloney is going to run out and be a slot receiver. They emptied the backfield on 2nd and 4 with 1:48 left from the Tiger 22. Mags takes a perfect snap, drops to throw, quick throw of the middle, tipped and intercepted! Intercepted What a play! And there is C.J. Mendez. We told you about him a little earlier. We were excited about his prospects. That ball was tipped off the hands of the receiver. It hit a defender, and Mendez wrenched his back to make the play. And the Tiger defense gets a turnover, and with 1:42 left, the Tigers are going to win.
And that's a great play by Mendez. He never took his eye off the ball. He and the receiver kind of made contact with the ball at the same time. The ball went straight in the air. The receiver looked away, but Mendez kept his eyes on the ball. Like you said, kind of twisted his back in an odd shape, but came down with the interception.
Tippecanoe Valley beat Wawasee earlier tonight, 42-7. Of course, the W game is here this year. Play clock at 10. I don't think the Tigers are going to be able to get out there before the play clock runs out. And they're not. We'll take a timeout. 1:42 left. Warsaw 48. Dublin Coffman 23. Back in 60 on News Now Warsaw.
Bad wreck, oh what you gonna do? Call the boys in blue, car stalls won't start. Oh what you gonna do? Oh what you gonna do? Call the boys in blue. A wreck in any state and need the best rate. Take the next step, call Rikers and Nep. Go with the guys who got the best tools. If you get in a wreck, they'll come and get you. Bad wreck, oh what you gonna do? Call Rikers and Nep to come get you.
Remember, when you get in a wreck,
call Rikers and Nep.
When Warsaw Community Schools makes a hiring decision, we're building on decades of success. We know it's our people who make all the difference. We hire winners. If you want to be on an all-pro, outstanding team, huddle up. Check out WCSjobs.com to find out more about full-time and part-time opportunities, benefits, and flexible schedules. That's WCSjobs.com. Go Tigers!
Tiger Talk, driven by R&B Car Company. Saturday at 9 on News Now Warsaw, 99.7 FM, 1480 AM, online at newsnowwarsaw.com, and at the News Now Warsaw app.
And there will be donuts. I just thought I'd throw that out there. Die play up the middle. I believe. I'm still looking for the ball carrier. They put in the JV offense. That is the third-string quarterback, Grady Nolan, in the game for the Tigers. A sophomore. His dad is the freshman coach. He's been working really hard at trying to learn this offense. Gain of 3 out to the 5 with 1:10 left. Warsaw has to snap it twice. Nolan lets the play clock run down. It's at 8. Grady takes a long look around, and he'll keep it himself and dive forward again. He'll get out to about the 8-yard line, 3 more yards. One more snap puts this one in the books. What a start for this Warsaw football team. That they beat Dublin Coffman is an accomplishment in itself. When you consider that after the first play of the game, they beat them 48-16, that's the story. Defense did a terrific job, and the offense was spectacular. 3rd down and 3. Final play of the game, barring some sort of stoppage. Nolan took a knee. There's your ball game. The Warsaw Tigers welcomed in Dublin Coffman out of Ohio, and they beat them. Final score, 48-23. Warsaw starts the year 1-0. Post-game coverage begins after these messages on News Now Warsaw.
Did you just get back from vacation?
Get back? I live at Grace Village. I'm always on vacation. I have Grace's affordable, all-inclusive package. It includes meals, housekeeping, trips, and even visits to the salon. My newly renovated apartment is like staying at an upscale hotel. Oh, I gotta go. We're about to play cards.
I need a vacation. It's time to call the apartments at Grace Village.
Call the apartments at Grace Village at 574-372-6547. Isn't it time to plan your destination vacation?
There's never been a better better time to sell your car than right now, and R&B Car Company is in need of inventory. We're looking for late model cars, trucks, minivans, and SUVs. We're facing the reality that we need to reach out to the general listening audience because used inventory across America is down. And the good news is your used vehicle is worth more than ever, and we're giving top market value. We're still taking trade-ins, we're still selling cars, but we are looking to buy cars. Find out more at rbcarcompany.com.
Enjoy the next level of fun on the water with help from Splendor Boats. Place your order now for next year at Warsaw's only based marina on Quest Pontoons or a Splendor Boat custom-built power catamaran deck boat. Ask about their expanded indoor, safe, and clean off-season boat storage, winterization, shrink wrapping, and pontoon redecking. Plus, Splendor has a custom upholstery and canvas shop for new fitting and repairing individual cushions to covers and tops. Visit them in Warsaw or Silver Lake and online at SplendorBoatsWarsaw.com. Splendor Boats, a small family